hit the button?
Yes.
Persona.
Also, it's Persona time.
It's Persona time. Yes. You were a little early on that one, but
Sorry.
you know, I thought you were. I was gonna let you have it too.
The
I was gonna let you
excitement.
have it, and you did the.
Well, The thing is that they're right on top of each other, so I like moved ever so slightly. That one instead of Persona.
You know, I wasn't sure what had happened, but you know, okay, I respect it. I respect it.
Yeah, you can just say I fucked up. It's fine.
You did. You very much fucked up, and I'm disappointed. Anyway,
Your day is ruined.
and my day is ruined. Anyway, last time on Persona D&D, you guys were in the High Forest. You were dealing with the receptionist. The heck?
My bad, I'm outside. I'm in your walls.
1 second.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, we have our new DM guys, Secret Lab.
Yep.
Yeah.
Suddenly we just hear dashing off to the side, just...
Yeah.
He's gone.
God, no.
You know, fun fact about that sound, I've not been able to recreate it.
It's funny because that sound, you did it like right afterwards to like record it, and it still didn't sound like the original.
Yep.
Probably for the
maybe I
best.
should be recording it all times.
Do we have
you know?
by the way, do we have like a link to the Patreon? 'Cause I'm not
Yes.
sure we'll
I believe. Do I have a command for it? Exclamation point Patreon. Yes. There we go.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/dashingdm.
There it is.
You don't count as a follow.
Who doesn't count?
You don't count.
What?
You punk ass bitch.
Because if that were true, then all four of us would go and follow it. We don't count.
Imagine.
Fine, I'll just make 4 accounts.
Telling everybody in your house, "Hey guys, I'm playing D&D."
And they just went and just...
Let me in.
Let me in.
That's exactly what happened. Anyway, what the fuck was I just saying?
You were,
We left the High Forest, and here we are.
Well, we didn't get that
Yes,
far.
you didn't even get that far.
Yep.
You're in the High Forest,
Yes.
dealing with the receptionist, finding out information about Joseph. More information about Joseph was revealed. You guys healed up with the receptionist's food, and you re-prepared yourselves internally and externally and as a group for the fight with Patril, which was very daunting, very grueling, very dangerous.
Yes.
And a few of you died, but that was a risk you were willing to take because you ended up winning. You guys survived, and you exited that fight very tense, unsure of how to continue. The things that you saw while you were dead sent really kind of twisted, you know, how you were feeling about your siblings, how you were feeling about Cinna, seeing her again in your kind of death throes. But you were ultimately able to come out of it. You very briefly saw the Ice King post that fight. The rest of you were more able to see him in combat. You had talked down Patril from just straight up letting Scandalas do as she pleased, and you were in a more controlled environment with her now, you feel, in a sense. Patril is stating he's going to not contain her, but he is going to more fact check what she's trying to put out there. So take the wins where you can get them, I suppose. Mostly because he still has to worry about ratings. He still has to worry about, you know, how much money that they can make for their paper to stay afloat. So it was accepted and you moved on. heading out of the high forest. As an entire group, you guys made your way back to the academy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And on your way there, Flair stops you guys as a group as you are entering into Kin's domain, and she takes a deep breath and she just says, you know, guys, this just isn't working the way I thought, and I think I'm done. And she bows lightly to all of you and nods and turns around and begins walking away from all of you. And that is where we are starting game. As Flair has now just left you, you guys are entering into Kin's domain. Is that where you're wanting to go, or do you want to go somewhere else? Because you guys were coming out of the high forest with the intention of having a group discussion. You have a few choices on where you can go. You can go to Kin's domain, you can go to Istis's domain. You know, the receptionist at the guild hall has a room that you can use. What is your guys' heading after Flair departs?
I mean, we're right in front of Kin's domain, basically, right? We're
Yeah,
library.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
basically right there, yeah.
Might as well just go in there, I guess. Like, walked all that way,
Mm-hmm.
unless anybody thinks otherwise.
It makes sense to kind of go there because it's right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just gonna, I guess Sent will kind of take the lead and just kind of he'll just kind of just give like a solemn nod, just kind of watching Flair walk away and just open the door for everybody, letting them all go through. Just still like eye on Flair as she's walking away.
All right. So everybody walks through?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go ahead and you walk through. You find empty room. Nice, easy to access.
Yeah,
What are you guys doing?
Yeah, he'll kind of come through the room and just kind of like another, just like one more glancing eye and just a deep sigh and close the door behind them and go in. Kin's not around?
Mm-hmm. He is not in the room now.
Okay. Shit. Would have been nice to have him go after her. Just to talk to her, but yeah, I guess we'll just kind of more. I guess looking at Avarif, just kind of like. I mean, you kind of know this place a little better than us. You want to find us an empty room to talk?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of empty rooms. It's usually just Kid in here, anyways.
Sure.
You know, kind of guide him up the staircase and just go on one of the floors, pick a room that's empty, and just go in.
Boom, empty room. You did it.
Wow.
We're in.
Easy.
Yep. Cyrus kind of walks in.
yeah.
He's gonna just, like prop himself up against like a wall nearby, and just kind of look to the party, and as they all walk in, and just kind of say, who wants to start?
Yeah, Sent's just gonna kind of grab. I'm assuming Gus is still on his shoulders and just kind of set Gus down on the ground.
Yeah.
And he'll just kind of just plop down on the ground next to him and just like right next to the door, just kind of like cross-legged and just kind of looking at everybody. Just, I mean, we got together. There's shit we got to talk about. I mean, we briefly talked about it while we were in the forest, but time isn't on our side there. So,
Not in fear of our lives anymore. So
yeah, I would like to not die anymore. That's the one thing I would love to talk about. I don't want to die anymore. That'd be great.
yeah, well, I mean, that's ideally the plan is that nobody dies.
Look, gotta start something lighthearted here,
Yeah. I mean, you were there when I said my whole thing about nobody dying.
Yeah.
So
No more.
I meant it. Nobody.
Mhm.
I mean, we have ways of bringing people back, but only so much time. But like permanent death. and just ideally not getting to the brink of death would be great. Right, everybody.
I don't blame Flair for leaving, honestly, after that fight. That was we couldn't
Not even
do anything.
the initial fight and then the second fight. I mean, both of them weren't pretty.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the one who came out the least hurt out of all of us, shockingly enough.
It showed some uncoordination for sure as well, though. Like, it noticed as soon as like we started kind of listening to like the things that I was calling and stuff. He kind of immediately went to kill me because and things kind of went. I don't know what happened after I was gone, but I feel that that's something that's a kind of a problem with us, is we don't really have a leader, like, and not someone taking like the full reins of everything, just like, because we're all good at different things, right? But us not having like a true leader for certain situations, I feel is just as important. Like, I know we all want to be on even ground, but I don't know. I think that was kind of a show of us that, like, once I started saying what to do and things started happening, it was good. But I don't know how it went when I was gone.
I mean, you have the most experience out of all of us, and not only that, but well, you're also in the back. You see everything. So you'd probably be able to do a lot better of call-outs. I mean, for me, I have to get in the front line. I don't have any magic that's offensive. So I'm just up in the front. I don't know what's happening usually.
I mean, if you want me to, I can point somewhere and just say go, and you can go. But
I mean, it wouldn't be bad so far. It's worked, but yeah, sometimes I feel like I might need to retreat though, so I can take that aggro or something.
okay, sure.
The thing is that, like, eh, we all find things out when we do,
Mhm.
in fights especially, right? I agree that we need more coordination, because sometimes it's really just we all go in and we do our thing and it's worked, but for how much longer will it work? But, Patrol was scary.
It was an eye opener for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't have known, specifically how to have approached that any differently. Outside of, maybe not getting grabbed or, being more stealthy, but I don't know. I feel like if we just all take some time to think, maybe a little bit more cohesively about what a game plan should be, even before going to a fight, I think we'd be better off in the long run.
I agree.
'Cause, I mean,
Yeah.
The last month hasn't been kind to any of us. I'll own up to that. I mean, Fire Festival worked out how it did, but I wasn't the most helpful in certain cases. But, can you blame me?
I mean, most of your family was in danger. So your head being there at the 100% level, I don't think is something many of us could have expected.
Yeah, I mean, also, my situation, by extension, all of our situation with Patrol wasn't, great either.
Would be terrifying and objectively would have some very, very bad consequences and reputation.
And just to be completely out there and open, I was pissed at the two of you, and Cyrus will point to Avref and to Descent. when, Itoria dropped everything because, while we don't know if she's Scandalous or if she's the one who told Scandalous to put that story in the paper, you told me to be happy, and obviously things didn't work out, so, while I am sorry, I'm also not sorry to an extent, because I think I had every justifiable reason to be freaking the fuck out.
You did. I can't speak for Avarif, but the reason why I even did that was to just kind of, play light of the situation of just like, oh, that's one thing gone. It's another thing that we have to deal with, but it's at least that thing is done. But you're right. It was insensitive of me, extremely insensitive of me. But and I know Avarif and I kind of just piggybacked off each other and just kind of continued that. But no, you're right. You're right. It wasn't right. It wasn't okay. I am sorry for that one.
I appreciate it. I mean, part of my behavior, from yesterday and bleeding into today was probably heavily influenced by that. So, now that things have calmed down in sort of a sense, I can look at it a little bit more clearly. At least then, right? So, yeah, but yeah, should we pick up where we left off in the forest?
Yeah. But can we address the big elephant in the room though, Cyrus? The in my opinion, the biggest one. Why is the Ice King with you?
You'll kind of see Cyrus shuffle a little bit, and he'll come off the wall and kind of straighten his back up, and I'll look at you and say, you remember that set of armor that I found, that chest plate, at the Temple of the Restful Lily?
The one that I offered to look at with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
I looked at it myself, and as you all saw, the Ice King is there, and I made a deal with him. And my reason being is that he promised and swore to me that he was there to help me and that he would help me understand and come to, maybe in some sense, know how to control Icebane. And he said some things about Silas that have been in the back of my mind for a while. And it might be able to give me a better idea about who he really was. The real history that's not biased to what he saw and what I got from him. So he holds Icebane, and Cyrus will just summon Icebane in his hand. And as you can see, I can get it myself whenever I want to. And he'll dismiss it. But whenever I summon him, and he'll have it. Can only bring him out once a day, but I figured he'd be able to help us if he truly meant it, because it was, there was something different. He still, had the Ice King mentality and behavior, but he knew things and referenced things about Silas's past. So, part of me thinks that it's not just the Ice King that we knew, but maybe Leo's ancestor that was close friends with Silas.
The one that he knew.
Yeah. Silas is Leo. The one that died.
This is going to sound weird, but tomorrow night, after everything, after the funeral and everything, do you mind if we summon him and maybe talk to him tomorrow? if possible.
Sure. I don't know how much you'll share, but I mean, you know how he is.
It will give us
But
just a gauge on him and the old one, the one that we fought. Maybe that's something we can do, just some sort of interaction with him. Because right now, the one that we know is the one who tried to kill us and almost killed you. I want to understand this, but at the same time, if it's something that's not safe to us or to you, I don't want it around us. I want it gone.
Yeah.
Just for all of our sakes. And whoever else is like, it waking up to seeing that, I thought I woke up, I saw the Ice King and you looming over with Ice Bane, and I'm like, okay, did I die? And woke up to you guys reviving me, and it was all a dream, us winning and everything, or something like that. That was the first thing that came through my mind, was like,
well, in that fight, I didn't hold Ice Bane. The Ice King did.
Okay, fair. I mean, hard to see, but
Yeah. But no, I admit. I mean, the only reason why I brought him out when I did was because I saw you go down so fast. So I didn't want to take any chances.
Right. Yeah. That. God, that was.
Yeah, I can imagine not the best wake-up call.
No, that wasn't. Well, that, but also getting absolutely pummeled in my face many times by basically someone who beat the shit out of children. And that's that. No, I don't. Never. No. I don't want to. I don't know. That was a eye opener for me about a lot. Specifically, me just kind of feeling behind you guys, all of you, and you're all so fucking strong, and it's just, I don't know. I feel like I'm, in terms of, I guess, durability. I don't know. It seems like every time we're fighting something that's of a major challenge, I'm not the most help after, a couple of actions by me. And that's not something I want to go through anymore. That's a lot of resources wasted on me, and I don't. That's Cyrus, do you remember the conversation that I had with Faye at the fair, or the festival? Sorry, about the whole time thing. Going like, I don't think she likes me too much because of that conversation, but I think the reasoning behind it, she might be better to understand, because it's I'm not the same as you guys in terms of strength. You guys all have had your amazing powers, and whatever that's going on with you, Cyrus, is just, I don't know. I hope she knows, and maybe I have to talk to her about it, but I hope she knows that just like, I don't want to be, I just feel like a burden to all of you because of all of what's been going on. It's just, I don't know. I'm kind of rambling here, but it's hard to get my words, together for this.
I don't think you're a burden, Zen.
Yeah.
I know you're gonna feel your feeling, but I don't think you're a burden. You never have been.
Yeah.
You've been here since the start. I mean, Avrif can attest to that.
Indeed.
We wouldn't be here without you in one way or another. I know
your guidance, especially.
Yeah, recently it's been literally dogpile on you, but that doesn't change how impactful you have been to our escapades, to us, to me. And I'm sure Mavref can attest to. Hell, maybe even Gus, even though we've only known Gus for so long. You're powerful in your own right. You might not be able to take too many hits, but Lord knows, when I was fighting Leo, that could have been a lot more fucked up than I was going into that fight, especially when we were all there.
Yeah, it's true. I guess. I mean, I guess you probably would have killed Betrayal there. I don't know how much of that you remember, but when you looked at me, you were ready to kill. I couldn't let you do that. I couldn't let that go on your conscience.
No, I don't know what came over me there. I'll be totally honest. I saw red. And he just really got to me.
That-
really, really got to me.
That is my main worry with the Ice King. There's something else there than just, him. There's something else there that's somewhat twisted. And I don't know what it is, because you looked at me with such ferocity and rage that you have never shown before. Your eyes were ice cold. Like, literally ice cold. You were an entirely different person. That scares me. We need to be careful with what you're doing with this. If anything, it needs to be looked at by somebody else. If it's a curse, if it's something, taking over you, if it's something that can't be, that can't be just left alone.
Well, I can assure you I haven't attuned to Icebane, at the very least. So
So
taking Leo's warning.
could it be that armor?
I don't know. Could be Icebane, it could be the armor. But I made these choices, and I realized that they're choices that maybe I should have elucidated you all on sooner, but admittedly this just happened within the last week when I elected to make my deal with the Ice King. But
If
my thing is, whether I like it or not, this is a burden that I have to shoulder. Not entirely on my own, but it's a burden that I can't pass off to somebody else entirely. I can't just give Icebane to somebody else. You know what'll happen. I'm trying to understand this.
Can we test that again? I'm just curious. Just summon Icebane for me real quick. He's
Are you
gonna
sure about that?
just set it on the ground.
Hey, DM, canonically, are there hair dryers?
Yes, actually.
Oh, left field, dude.
Yes, actually. Steam hair dryers exist. Yes.
Okay. Do you think Kim would be really hip with that stuff by any chance?
I mean, as far as you guys are aware, he is from Osaka, so yes.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Yeah, all right.
Yes.
That is
I'm gonna start
amazing.
looking around with investigation, maybe for one
Yeah,
of those
roll
bad boys.
investigation. Yeah.
All right.
Oh my god.
Maybe not.
No, you
Yeah,
don't.
no, you find something and you're like, wow, this must be something, Oskin related. No, it's like just a regular pen, dude.
Gotcha. Got
No,
it.
he is. Yeah, he's. There's gonna be precautions. There's gonna be precautions. Yeah, just set it on the ground and just. He's just gonna kind of like scoot closer to you. Do you?
Sars will summon Icebane, but he's not going to put it on the ground. He's going to hold it open and keep his hands on it.
Yeah, he's. So Sense just gonna just kind of hover his hand over it slightly, and then just like doesn't move the rest of his hand. He just drops a single finger down on the sword, on like the handle, and just sees what happens.
Just single finger.
Just a single finger, and
Make a
then
wisdom saving throw.
yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
You do get the bonus from Cyrus.
That's
right
true.
now.
I do.
You do get +5 from it.
You said wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Okay.
Started off so well today.
Yeah.
+5, 12.
Anyway.
I'm ready. Hit me with it.
As soon as you put your finger on there, the room goes black.
Ooh.
Outside, the rest of you currently are seeing as ice has very quickly climbed up his hand.
Ooh.
And before you have a chance to react, before you even have a chance to breathe, to remove his hand from the sword in any capacity, you see something in the darkness, Scent.
Okay.
A figure. You can't quite make out what it is, but you know that it is looking at you. It is staring at you.
And I'm unable to do anything at the moment.
Is there anything that you want to try to do?
Can I cast remove curse on myself?
Yes. It does nothing.
Fuck!
You are not cursed. You are not being cursed.
Okay.
And,
Just lifting
as
my
soon
hand then if I
as-
can, yeah.
As soon as you cast remove curse and you're trying to lift your hand, you cannot move your hand. It is frozen against the
Okay.
sword.
Okay.
Do I see any of this? Do I recognize witnessing? Not even holding ice bane. Nothing.
Mm-mm. Not yet.
Cool. But do I see like have I seen and noticed the ice encroaching up him?
Yes, it went very quickly up his hand. Like all of you saw
Okay.
the ice like shoot up and like almost encompass his whole hand.
Immediately, Cyrus moved to dismiss the sword.
Holy shit. All right.
You go
Like,
to
immediately.
dismiss it, yeah. And in that time, it seems like it's moving differently for you, Scent.
Uh-huh.
You see a pair of eyes light up in the darkness. Oscar's guard dog. And then the sword is gone.
Ooh. Yeah, he's just unmoving his hand. He can't move. I mean, it's still frozen, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
hand is like frozen on the ground. Like you went to put your finger on it, like the sword is gone, but your hand just still is like cased in ice.
And it just like drops to the ground or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Me next, me next.
No. No, you don't.
Uh,
Yeah,
Okay.
See, I told you not to. I told you it would happen again. And Cyrus is gonna summon the Dawn Sword and kind of like try to
Yeah, he'll.
put it softly
Yeah.
by like his hand
Yeah,
to
w-
like warm him up.
While you're doing that,
Look
he's
at
just
the
gonna kind of
stars.
recount everything he just saw and experienced, and just like, right, flare touching that probably wouldn't have worked as well. Probably would have been the same.
Hey,
Fuck.
now you see what I mean?
Right, and it's not cursed. Tried that with my other hand. Tried to remove it. It's not a curse. That's something entirely different.
so he lives in the sword,
Seems like
like
it.
a living weapon.
I got called Oscar's guard dog.
Whoa, wait. Who do you think it is?
Did the voice sound familiar at all?
Not to you, no.
Okay.
Oh,
However the voice sounded to him, he will describe it as best he can to Cyrus. And if it sounds familiar to Cyrus, great. But yeah, and he'll just kind of just be like, yeah, no, that there is something in there. Called me Oscar's guard dog.
Ironic.
Yeah, ironic. Whatever the fuck you're talking about, I'm not a dog. No. We'll get in there and grab you. But yeah, no, that's don't, not your turn, Avrif. Not your turn.
Okay.
Not your turn.
Well, I mean, if it's not a voice of the Ice King, then doesn't that mean that potentially... Well, it feels like good information to have, no? Whoever touches the sword, someone that knows about them appears? And it's not the Ice King. That's fairly odd, no?
Question to DM.
Yes.
Based off of Scent's description of the voice, does it spark familiar at all to me?
Scent, make a performance check.
A performance check. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
18.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You were able to get some of the good bass on there, like really get like the feeling of the voice. It doesn't sound to you like he spoke with Leo. It doesn't sound to you like he spoke with Silas. You're not really sure who he spoke to.
Okay. Okay.
Someone unknown. Something that we don't have any familiarity with. That's yeah.
I'm kind of
Of
guessing Gus
course.
wouldn't have any recognition of this either.
Do we make history checks, or would it just be like...
Make a
Dashing,
history
you're being
check.
quiet.
Make a history
Let's
check.
see the history
Let's
check.
see.
Make a history
Gus
check.
with the history check.
Gus with advantage.
Oh, with advantage.
Gus with
Ooh.
advantage.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wait, how do I do
Pressure's
advantage
on.
Again, I'm trying to remember.
Right click.
Right click.
Right click and then
Right
click with
click, yeah.
advantage. So
Okay.
you right click on history and then with advantage.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, one sec.
Should I as well? Actually, I'll wait. I'm gonna wait.
That was a terrible roll.
It-
These
Oh.
dice have been fucking me continuously. I need
Ooh.
to change them.
Do it.
Okay. It was a super low DC
Oh shit!
Oh,
because you know this voice.
Ooh.
It
Shit!
reminds you of Oberon.
oh, 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 oh,
Oh shit.
Gus, no voice.
Wait, you do what?
You-
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What?
Gus, you know it?
Gus, no voice.
Just spit it out.
King Oberon.
You're gonna have to enlighten us here. Who is that?
Yeah.
Gus is from Gus working from Fey Court.
We didn't
High
meet
court.
him
So-
when we were in the Feywilds, right?
You did not meet Oberon, no.
That was more for
No.
just like to
Oh! Yeah, okay.
Yeah. There's this, no, I don't. I don't think so. I mean, we only really met. All we really met was Catalina, and that's it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Just making sure I didn't, omit some knowledge there. So the king of the Fey Court is in my sword?
Sound like a voice.
Hmm.
What the fuck?
Gus not seen Oberon in while though,
How long is while?
since Gus joined you.
Oh, so not that long.
Okay, only a couple of weeks. Okay.
Okay.
So when you were
That's
last in the Feywild, when you last saw him.
Gus was sent to deal with problem. Then Gus ran into you guys fighting Goose.
What was the
And-
problem you were trying to deal with?
Gus assumed the goose.
Oh, okay.
Gus assumed that Goose was problem. Goose was not supposed to be there.
You were just sent to the same place as us, and that was what was there. So maybe. I
Well,
don't-
Gus tend to take care of things that Fey Court one dealt with.
Say less.
Gotcha. Okay. No. Say more. I want to know more. We know.
Shut
We. What? Yeah, but we know. We like. It's true though. We know nothing about you. It was kind of just passed by you. Oh, a cute dog. That's really it. Like we saw your persona, which is
Gus
wild.
is not dog.
I know it's the figure of speech. It's just exaggerate. But that was kind of all we really know. It's just like you kind of just came along, you know.
Gus can understand that. Gus part of High Court.
In the Feywild?
Mhm.
What's your, if you don't mind asking, what's your, I guess, would it be position in that? I don't know.
Rank?
Rank? I don't know. Yeah, it's unknown to
Gosh,
us.
what is Gus's rank again? I'm trying to remember.
I'm pretty sure you were just like a courier, basically. Like,
Yeah, but he's favored. But he's favored
Yeah.
by the king. of
Ah,
yeah. Don't have like an official rank. You were literally like Tatiana, just like it's like, oh my god, you're so adorable.
Yeah.
You see this, everybody? This belongs to me.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is for Gus.
Tree Mother really liked Gus. Tree Mother think Gus cute. Gus do work for Tree Mother when need.
Sure. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. That's good to know.
Gus,
Mm-hmm.
you hear a voice in your head.
oh,
Not the voices.
the
voices in
And you instantly know that it is Oberon sending a message to you.
Oh,
My
Gus
dear
King.
Gus. Seems you found some interesting folk.
Ooh.
I'm delighted you found that lineage. I'll be in touch.
I leave?
Would you like to respond?
Yes,
Is that-
Gus would like to respond. Gus is just gonna be talking to the air, but yes.
Yeah. 25 words.
25 words.
oh, okay.
25 words or less.
Okay. My
You can
king-
take a second, yeah.
Yeah,
Like, think about it. You know, type it out. If you need
yeah.
to.
Yeah. Try to like count them off as I say them.
Mhm.
My king, Gus confused. Why voice inside sword? Gus helping these people.
You're 12.
Not sure what Gus can do. But Gus confused why in sword.
Yeah.
Yep, that's your limit.
That's 25.
There you go.
There was no reply.
Oh,
You good there, Gus?
you okay?
Gus gonna talk to Tree Mother.
Do we need to take a trip for you?
Gus is concerned. King not answer, but talk in Gus's head.
Oh crap, this just got a whole lot more interesting and we have more questions. God damn this sword.
So,
I love this place.
hey, you're not off the hook here, buddy.
Okay.
It's about me right now, but you're next.
Gus is
Okay.
gonna kind of look at Cyrus with like squinting eyes, like, how did you get sword? Why you have sword? Why is Gus's king's voice in your sword?
Cyrus is gonna he's gonna plop down. He's literally just gonna get on his butt and just be like, "All right, Gus, you ready for the lore dump?" And answer questions in
Oh.
reverse order. 1, I don't know why your king's voice is in my sword. 2, got this sword because from my ex-best friend who's kind of an asshole who tried to kill me, which this sword is also happens to be my birthright, apparently. And 3, to make an extremely long story short, I am related to the ancient hero of Shinami, Silas. I am his reincarnation descendant, whatever the hell you want to call it. And in Shinami, if a son is ever born to the Pontifex, that is sign of a great change that is about to come, and I am the son of the Pontifex. You cannot tell anybody that. My sister, her name is Ionos. She is the vice president of our student council. She can also not acknowledge that I am her brother publicly, but we are on good terms. And there was a whole lot of stuff that went down. Apparently, Icebane was in her palace, then got stolen, was given to my ex-best friend, which made him stronger, which, thanks to him, we had a friend die, and also we all almost died multiple times. He, in fact, killed me once as well. And so I've been holding on to this sword because, as you just saw, anybody who is apparently not me who touches this thing has the chance of turning into a ice sculpture of themselves. And yeah, that's the long and short of it. I can give you plenty more details later, but I'm the only one who can hold this sword, as far as we're aware, without attuning to it, that won't either become corrupted in some weird capacity or turn to ice.
Speaking of
And I'm just trying to understand it.
DM, how's his arm look as like while it's being thawed out?
Feels way better now that's being thawed.
Yeah, Cyrus at one point just kind of like just plopped the Dawn Sword into like the ground and just kind of like revved it up, and so it has like a little fire going next to your arm.
The room catches on fire.
And Cyrus is aware.
Yeah.
So Gus feels like there's a lot of trauma to unpack with all of you.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, that
There
friend
is so
that
much
friend
trauma.
that he mentioned, that's my sister. That was
Yep,
her.
very traumatic.
Yeah.
Saw her die in front of my face.
Gus understand trauma, understood. Gus is concerned about my king and queen.
Yeah, that is actually really important. That
Very
Yeah.
confused as to why your king's voice was, or his essence, or whatever the hell, appeared to Sent when he touched the sword. That was never something that we were made aware of.
Gus will say my king. Best way to describe king.
Malicious? Evil? Not a good person?
You will not talk of Gus as king that way.
Sorry, just
to be fair,
throwing stuff out there.
the voice that spoke to me was not the kindest.
Gus King mysterious.
Okay, mysterious. Okay, we'll call it mysterious then.
Sure.
Just insulted royalty.
Tree Mother and Gus King, very kind, took Gus in.
Okay, and
Does not remember anything. They took Gus in.
no, and I believe that. I believe you, but no, the way they spoke to me was threatening. I would say, dashing.
A little threatening.
Yeah, a little on the threatening side. Like I was an intruder, I suppose, kind of intruding on space.
You guys are not from Feywild, so maybe protective?
But I, as far as I'm aware, I don't think this sword came or originated from the Feywild, from my understanding. The Icebane was crafted by a dragon.
Mhm.
As far
Gus
as
is
I
like-
know.
Gus is having like a lot of inner feelings right now, of like trying to figure out why.
How apparent are you making it on your face that you're? What are you doing?
He's definitely like trying to think of why. He
Why
would
Gus-
like, especially with like not being answered back too as well.
Well, I mean, he would have to use another spell slot basically.
Mm-hmm.
So
Question to you, Gus, and please don't take any offense to this. How old are you? 'Cause this sword is hundreds of years old.
Gus, not really. No, Gus woke up in Feywilds and not remember anything.
Do
How
you-
long ago was
Yeah.
that?
I don't remember how long we said that was dashing. Been with them for a while, I know, but
Feywild is kind of fucky with time, so
yeah.
yeah. I don't think we specifically said, did we?
Yeah, I don't think we ever decided. Yeah, he just kind of was given like a guesstimate age.
Mm-hmm.
Gus found out Feywild very different time than normal time.
Yeah, makes sense. Damn. Well,
What could be weak here could be mini time over in Feywild.
Yeah, that's the weird thing, because, like, when we were at the hotel, it was about the
We were
same,
there for-
wasn't it?
just about a little longer, I'd say. We were
5-6
gone
days?
for a little, like 6 days, and
We came back and it
we
was the
were
end of the
there
week?
for- yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
so
There's a lot. Well, I do
Timely-wimely.
I do think maybe if you want us to, we could maybe in the next week or so take a trip over to
That's what I'd like to check.
yeah, to your tree mother and talk to
Well,
them.
I don't mean to put the kibosh in that idea, and I'm sure we'll talk about this eventually, but that's the other thing. We need to figure out a fucking game plan because we have his siblings' palaces to worry about that have been sitting for a while.
Yeah.
And we also now have to worry about Scandalous, and then we have to worry about the Fey Court's king and learning more about him and his connection to Icebane or his interest or whatever in this sword. We need to figure out a game plan because we can't afford to let what happened with Bernie's palace happen again.
No, I agree. That was too much. That was towing the line on potentially losing somebody.
I
Again,
mean, not to mention just the real world ramifications of leaving it alone had.
right? Yeah, that was a.
Hmm.
For context, Gus, because my current partner, the one that the one that was obsessed with you, that you stayed the night with a couple days ago,
Mhm.
she had a palace as well, and we unfortunately weren't able to really address it quickly, and it started a massive storm here, like dangerous storm. Almost like to the point of flooding. And when we got in there, the whole place was flooding. A lot. Yeah, I'll fill you in on the details later, but that's the long and short of it.
So we can't afford to ignore Avaref's
Palace
siblings'
need to be
palaces.
taken care of first,
Mhm.
then.
As quick as possible.
So, and we can talk more about our specific game plan later after we're all done hashing out stuff.
Mhm.
Gus could ask Vasati to check.
May not be a bad idea if she's able to.
Gus can check.
All right.
Not to say I told you so, but you understand where I'm coming from now with nobody else touching this sword.
No, yeah, no. And he's like stretching his shoulder now, like rolling his shoulder, just like no like permanent damage on him, right? Like it's nothing like bad.
No.
Okay. Yeah, he's just kind of looking at it, just like water still kind of dripping off. It's just like, yeah, I don't like that. That was not fun. But someone had to test it, and I guess better me than you guys.
Yeah, I mean, we saw what happened before, so I was already confident, but you know.
I mean, you never know. It could have been something different now that you were the owner of it, sort of, in a way. Possessor, I suppose. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, I'm sorry for what happened with Patrol. At the end of the day, we got the desired result, but that's not the way that should have happened.
The use of that needs to be regulated for sure, and maybe that's changing my mind
why-
now, and maybe we shouldn't summon him tomorrow.
We shouldn't.
Maybe we shouldn't.
He's not going to use it against me.
No, it's not even that. It's just maybe it's the use of it, the continual use of that ability, or using Ice Bane or something. I don't know, but I don't know. Feels like maybe there's
Question,
yeah.
Question to DM real quick.
Mhm.
From, I know I've only summoned Ice King Leo twice,
Yep.
but have I noticed outside of, the moments that have been pointing out to me about like my behavior and like summoning Ice Bane, have I noticed any particular change to me in the norm after the last 2 times I've used it?
Not particularly, no.
Anything?
No.
Okay.
Have we noticed, like, just behaviorally him being a little different at all besides that instance?
Besides that instance, no.
Okay.
Cyrus will, he'll kind of give you a steady look and be like, and tell you,
I don't feel any weirder after using it before. And I made that deal on my terms. If for whatever reason he were to raise the sword against us, which he will not, I will make sure of it. I can just as easily get it back.
All right.
But if it helps you to see him, talk with him, then let's do it. I'll be working with him anyways to understand Ice Bane anyways. So
How about the next time you interact with him? Let me be there.
does anybody else wanna be there? Gus, Avref?
Gus. is
Uh,
here.
Yeah, more the merrier, I suppose.
Just in case. Yeah, I don't know. It's not that I don't trust you and I don't trust him. I mean, to be
can
honest, I
smack
don't.
If anything happens, so
Yeah. At least the first initial
Mhm.
few times, just in case. Yeah.
no, you were saying something, then Avreth chimed in. It was just prompting you to say what you were going to say.
Oh, Gus was just agreeing that he would want to be there too. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, we could do it tomorrow night if we wanted to. We could coordinate a time during the school week when I was planning to work with them anyways. But
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Because little concerning for sure. But we are also kind of talking in circles. I'll be honest. But finally came to a conclusion on that. But he points at Avref.
yeah. Hi, it's me.
we
what are you holding?
we all got shit to talk about. You're next.
Okay.
This,
I was just waiting.
I know.
Letting you guys get
I
in.
know. It's the horrible the segues thing. I can't do that. I'm bad at it.
Yeah, fair enough.
So,
Are we
is there a
moving
particular reason
on?
why you have a pen in your hand?
so I kind of look down at it and just, no, not at all. He's gonna kind of put it on the shelf next to him.
Nice pen.
Did Abrith hit
Yeah.
head?
Huh?
Did Abrith hit head?
No. It was just around. It looked nice. I forgot I was holding it actually.
I mean, to be
Um,
frank, we all kind of
Mhm.
experienced some sort of blunt force trauma in this career
That's
field.
no. It's just a pen, guys. I mean, it's okay.
I'm trying to help you out here, man. I'm not trying to make fun of you. I get you off of grinding.
Gus not making fun. Gus just confused.
Oh no, it's just a really nice pen. He's actually gonna pick it up and like toss it over to whoever. Like he's gonna like hold it in his hand and be like, "Does anyone want to?" Here,
No.
he's gonna toss it to Cyrus.
Oh, Cyrus will kind of scramble to catch it. And he'll look at it. What is this pen? Like he said, is it a nice pen or is it unremarkable?
You know what? Make a
Dog.
what's a perception check?
Perception.
Oh my
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a dirty 20.
Hey, yeah, that's a really high quality pen. That's like it's got that perfect balance of like comfort and reliability that you know when you're writing with it, it's just never gonna run out of ink.
I hate it here.
You'll just see Cyrus's like eyes kind of like widen as he like holds the sword. Not the sword, Jesus Christ, the pen.
The
He's like-
sword?
Oh, the pen is mightier than the sword.
Pen is mightier than the sword.
he's like- and you'll see him like, holy shit, this is a really nice pen. What the fuck? Kid has this?
He hasn't analyzed things. I mean, he has a whole mansion to himself. I mean, that's kind of this whole place.
Holy shit, dude. Like, I'm gonna have to steal this. I mean,
Well,
borrow.
Borrow, yeah, surely.
Borrow.
You know,
borrow.
we are in his domain, and I'm sure he could tap into our conversation at any time. So,
It's true.
sorry,
Cyrus
kid.
he'll offer the pen to Son and be like, hey, like, hold it, man. It's like fucking perfect. It's honestly really a marvel of pen engineering.
He's just giving you a look.
Engineering.
He's just looking at you, just like blinking multiple times, and just. So
What do I
about
feel
you.
like-
he points. He points like two fingers back over at Avarif.
I'm trying to lighten the mood, and you see Cyrus just toss the pen behind him.
About me, yeah. Well, I've been thinking for a while about something, and I really am kind of hoping I can fey ignorance to it. But I don't think that's possible any longer.
What ignorance?
Well, I guess once one is provided with such information, you think about it for a while, and it's the information type where you don't really want to ever have it happen, and you can't really prove that it's true. But I'm just gonna kind of look at Gus. That man, Al. You see his face just tighten up as it's.
Gus is just squinting at him.
He
Gus
said
knows
we
you-
were related.
Huh?
Wait, what? Excuse me?
Gus will say, you and man were having quite conversation, Avrith.
Well, I was trying to
Gus
delay the
couldn't
inevitable of
understand
death, but
You couldn't-
Wait, what do you mean you couldn't understand it?
They weren't speaking in a language Gus could understand at that time.
They
I
were.
was just talking normally.
No, you were not. Gus could not understand what words you were using.
Oh. Okay.
Now, Gus have a little more concern that you not realize that.
No. And I think, for context wise, I didn't realize I slipped in that tongue, correct?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Okay, that's even more things to think about. Well, yeah, he said in that conversation that we were related. You know, I mean, it's a demon, so who knows if that's true, but I don't see a reason for him to lie about that.
That explains the reason why fucking Flair was so uppity about you being a demon. Is you're
I
fucking related to one.
Would,
That's
I
my-
guess.
my-
I mean, I don't think I'm a demon. I hope I'm not a demon.
How?
Hold on, let me confirm something, and I'm gonna use divine sense.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
You just
so
Cyrus, like, closes his eyes, and then he opens back up like, buddy, you're yeah.
Ooh, it
What?
stinks.
What if I'm like 1% demon?
all right,
You know?
Avarif.
1%. What's?
Buddy,
I mean,
buddy,
isn't?
you
yeah.
stink like a demon.
So
Oh,
you haven't. So you had no idea too.
I was. I'm. No.
this.
My
If I don't want
mother,
to press.
father.
I don't want to press too much. Yeah. Who were your parents, and how are they related to Al?
Oh, I mean, for the longest time, I thought my father was the king of Zested and that my mother was the queen of Zested.
Mm-hmm.
And I have reason to believe that on my mother's side, you can see him looking at the ground. Might have been because Ophelia would be my mother.
Whoa.
Potentially.
Whoa. Slow. Did you just fucking say Ophelia? And you just see Cyrus just like shoots off.
Listen, maybe it's not true, but if you look at me and you see demon, I'm afraid that might have some plausibility.
My issue isn't with the fact that it looks. It's that you're related to her. She's fucking terrifying. She's been around for so fucking long. She was directly involved. Silas and capturing Faye.
Yeah, that's her. But hey, good news. Al does not like her at all, and so far, so seemingly, Al has been very open to wanting to be nice, if that's a word for him.
I'm gonna shelve the Al part of that real quick. You know Ophelia's gonna be here for the fucking Founders Festival, right?
He's just gonna keep nodding very aggressively.
So and
we cannot fuck with her. We do not fuck with her. Okay, we do not engage.
Cyrus.
She tries to start anything. We do not engage.
Cyrus,
No.
yeah, we know.
No.
Cyrus,
You
we
don't know how I
know.
know.
Well,
You
no,
don't
I mean
know how I
we know enough. We know enough. I understand. I agree with you, but a little emotional here. Aren't you? You're a little emotional.
I'm trying to warn you guys.
Right.
And it's just I understand. You know.
No,
giant.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I would say probably worse than the headmistress.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's the one who has access to the veil.
Shit.
So, eventually, we'll have to do something about that. But hey, that's later future us's problem. We have to get through a whole lot of shit before any of that happens.
circling a little towards Al though, you do understand
Yeah.
why it's really hard for us three to trust him, right?
Oh, I don't trust him either. I'm just saying that we could potentially use that context or contact in general to help us fuel what we need. It's not a thing of, well, we don't need him to be on our side. We just need him to be beneficial enough for us.
And vice versa, he probably will want us to be beneficial to him.
Yeah, correct, which will most likely become my burden, which is absolutely fine. I feel like that's my responsibility.
You haven't made any deals with him or anything, have you?
No. Dashley, I haven't made any deals with him, have
We don't know in character that you work there, right?
I don't think work.
We know
You know that I was there.
Technically.
I mean, is that technically a deal or a con?
That's accepting a job, yeah.
You have a verbal agreement
With the
for
devil.
him to train you in return for services.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So we don't know about the train part. All we know is you work there.
Yeah, and
Okay.
you know that like
Okay.
you went there once before for a job interview.
And they said to you, welcome back.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Which we already gave him shit for.
Okay.
Concert rising.
Okay. I just wanted clarification on that before this conversation continued, just in case.
Yeah.
It's been a bit. It's been a couple months.
No, it has
Yeah.
been. I think that's pretty much it, though. I think, all I've done is that. but I don't know if that would be a deal technically.
Verbal agreement.
A verbal agreement, yeah. Okay.
Which is all you need.
For some things, yeah, you know.
Not some things. This is a very specific thing.
I actually would I have known if I had gotten cursed again?
It got removed by the receptionist.
It was removed by anything you were cursed by has been
Oh.
removed by the
Yeah.
receptionist.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
You got a nice clean slate there, buddy.
I like her. Yeah.
Nice clean slate to fuck up.
To fuck it up again.
Yippee. Okay.
Oh my god.
So I'll kind of relate and be like, no deal. Well, I mean, it's no. I mean, I have a job. I don't know if that's like a deal. I just, you know,
Just a job.
I kind
Gus has a lot of concern with not having straight answer right now.
well, that's the whole thing of why I haven't really said anything because I don't really know how. I don't have the answers myself, but I still wanted you guys to be on a similar-ish page.
So, okay, so with all of this, how can we help you get answers? Like clarification for yourself? Because it seems like you're just as confused as us. On a lot of this.
Yeah, I don't really think there is anything you can do or we can do. I think it's just time. I think we just, I don't know, keep doing what we're doing. We'll kind of find it out as we get there. I'm kind of in no rush to understand what I am. So
Is that kind of why you've been just randomly fucking off sometimes? Where you've just like gone and figured out more about your family and stuff? Is that what you've been doing?
give me a second out of character to think.
Yeah. It was out of character, like whenever you'd be like, hey, I gotta go. I'm gonna go do this thing. And you just didn't give an explanation.
I only think that was actually wait, no.
It was
I
a
think I
couple
did do
times.
that. I think I did do that a couple of times.
Yeah.
I think I did chase that rabbit hole a little bit. And then going back.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, actually that's been mainly the reasons for my disappearances.
All right. I mean, now it makes sense. Okay. Shit. And
Yeah.
and just since we're talking about shit, what about what the fuck is up with Gage? He's here, isn't he?
He's not technically here.
He came out of your shadow last time. Is he here? Is he? I don't know.
Oh, well, I mean, I could summon him here and he could be here, but otherwise he's probably off doing his own things. But I've tried to talk to him about it, and he said that he's wanting it to figure out himself. So I'm letting him do whatever that means.
All right. Well, I mean, if he wants, us to also help, because I mean, at this point, might as well. We have so much shit, but I don't know.
I think it's more or less a thing of he doesn't even want me to help him. It seems like a gradual thing that he wants to learn.
Oh, like some like that inner discovery shit. Yeah, okay, I get it. Sure.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, he's served my family since he was born. It was not even his decision, not his choice, so he's not really had any time to figure out what he is.
That's the rest of his. Is the rest of his family like this, or is it just him? Do you know? Or does he know?
I haven't seen any of them do anything, so I wouldn't know. And I mean, I'm sure my brother or sister would probably freak out if they saw any of that, so I'm not really sure.
Okay, sure. At this point, those are like the only two things. Was like, yeah, what Gus said. That's that you had a conversation and something that, and he's gonna switch to deep speech like midway through. It didn't sound like this, right? Like, did you understand what Sense said at all, or no? Wait, he said like sounded like this in deep speech
Is that towards
to
Gus?
you. To you.
To me?
Yeah.
Oh. Why are you growling at me?
Okay, so it wasn't that. That is it's something that my sister and I learned a long time ago. I mean, you've heard it a few times probably, but it's called deep speech. It's the word of it's the speech of aberrations, a very unknown language. It's known, but it's more like it's not common. So if you aren't even saying that, then that's something entirely else. And I don't. Yeah, no, yeah, you weren't speaking common.
Okay, that's not great. I suppose I'll look into that as well.
You just knew it, so.
I didn't even feel a change at all. Maybe he had some kind of influence over it. I'm not really sure.
Maybe.
Holy shit. Why can't things just be easy for once?
Yeah, they just kind of keep accelerating, huh?
I don't even know why I bother wondering if things will get easier at this point.
Yeah, kind of more or less why I have the mentality of, we'll just march forward and hope for good things and get information that way. Because you can kind of see him droop again and just, I don't even know what to think of anymore.
Yeah. Speaking of information, I wanted to touch back on some of the stuff you brought up in the High Forest of Reth
Yeah.
about, wanting to, you to share more information, stuff like that. I still meant what I said back there, but I think to just say it in a non-hostile environment and to reiterate, it's not that I think we want to know every facet of your life. I don't want to know, like, when you're going to the bathroom, what you did in the bathroom. I don't need to know that, just as another example, but there's a lot of things that I feel like we all should be caught up on in one way or another, and if it's important or we think it might be important to I guess, our cause, question mark, then I think it'd be important to share. And I know that you want us to ask, but sometimes we don't know when to ask or what to ask if there's nothing for us to ask on. Because I trust you. I think we trust you. But when we find out stuff like, going back to when all of a sudden you decided to be Cho's, apprentice, that was a huge, reveal that we had to find out about, as opposed to you telling us, which was against our plans,
I think that was more confusing than anything.
Sure, I'm just using it as an example,
Yeah.
right? I don't hold any grudges about that. I mean, that's in the past. But, I just don't think that we want to be blindsided by anything. And if you want us to ask you about stuff, I think there needs to be a little bit of a not a gimme, but there needs to be a little bit of some leeway or a sign or something like that to give us a note to, like, hey, maybe we should ask about this or ask Avarice about this, if that makes sense.
I think what I was trying to say more less than not is just, if you are asking questions, don't expect me to have the answers, is all. I will, and I should be more upfront with things, and I will do my best to recognize when it's an absolute certainty, which, again, the palace is the role of decision, and yeah, that was, even for my own taste, very abrupt. I'll do better at that. And I'll do better at recognizing. And if anything, I'll probably even just ask if it's something that needs to be said or put into further detail. Maybe that would work better too.
Yeah.
I mean, if that works for you, then cool. I mean, just wanting to get all of our ducks in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you want to say something, Sen?
No, you covered it.
Cool.
But I guess while we have everything out, you know how I'm supposed to be the next in line for the whole my city stuff, right?
Yeah.
There's supposed to be like a competition between me and my sister. So my sister is just giving me it now, but faking that it's a competition. To like,
Okay.
it's weird. I know. I don't. Yeah, it's the like continue to push me to do shit, but like I kind of spied on my brother and sister a little bit. My brother knows, but she doesn't. Yeah, they want to continue to push me, but she's basically saying like I'm going to just get it, and it's like I don't even want it. Like I'm doing it mostly for Senna's sake and also change in the whole place, but it's like it doesn't seem right to just hand it over to me. I don't like the whole birthright kind of thing. And this kind of just feels like that. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, all laundry out. Thought I'd get that out too. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah. And honestly, I was going to consider giving it up to my brother, actually, once the time came. But I don't know how that'll go. Because if anything, he'd probably be a better leader than me at all of that. I don't know. I'm conflicted. There's a lot of conflicting things going on in the brain. I don't know.
Yeah, there sure is. There's a lot to process.
There's a
I
lot.
think on all of our places. I think we can all say that, right, guys?
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And I think at this point, a lot of just us talking and not like this is going to sound awful, but I feel like all the arguing and fighting that we had over the past couple of weeks definitely contributed to Flair leaving. There was a lot of that, guys. It was too much. I don't really blame her for going. I hope she's okay. I hope she's doing fine, but maybe we can take this as a lesson.
So.
Yeah.
It's a layered thing, but I can agree. There's been a lot of arguing. So.
Yeah. She didn't even come in here to find Kin or talk to Kin. She just left. That's I don't know. But yeah.
She made her choice. And
She did.
We have no choice but to respect it, you know? And I mean, I get it too. But
yeah.
It is what it is.
It is. So what's next, guys? Anything else we need to talk about?
Does anybody else have dirty laundry problems, issues within the group that we need to talk about before we transition into game plan and or other things that are pertinent to our immediate future and happenings?
Besides us needing better coordination and better organization, and if I need to take the helm with that, then fine. But
that's next on the agenda.
Yeah, I need to also find some way to get stronger because I don't know. In terms of that I feel behind on, but we already talked about that. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, what's What should be? What's coming up next? What should we do?
Well, I think our immediate game plan should be to handle Artoria and Artorias. I mean, we still haven't even seen Artorias' side of things, and we can only theorize as much as we want about maybe their palaces being linked because they're twins. But they need to be handled one way or another, but it could be more difficult considering Artoria has no need for me anymore. So we might not have as easy of an in as we did when we last went in. And to catch you up, Gus, Avraf's sister Artoria, one of the people who has palace, basically blackmailed me into being her boyfriend for use of political gain, and that reflected in her palace. So we were able to explore a little bit without necessarily being in any immediate danger. But we've only been in there once.
So now could be seen as hostile. Gus,
Don't know.
Gus understand.
Could be. Could just not be. She might not even give a shit about me anymore now that she has what she wants in the real world to some extent, but who knows? I'll find out when we check it out, but that needs
She'll
to
be
happen.
fine still, because, I mean, she introduced you as, you know, who you were, so
Well,
I feel like it should
that
be
was
fine.
when we went in, I was still her pawn, so to say. So now that I'm not, we don't know. I'm just trying to account for all possibilities. So we'll see. And when should we see about that? Because don't think we should let it sit for much longer, because we haven't been in since before the Fire Festival.
Let's say we should.
And
Address
her palace has been around
ASAP.
for a while.
How long, guys? It's been like 2 months,
Probably
right?
about
It's been like 2
Month-
months
a
from that.
month-ish.
2 months that you're aware of.
Yeah,
Yeah, that we're aware of. Yeah,
Last-
since
last-
Avraf told us, right?
yeah.
Yep.
And we went in a month ago.
About like 3 weeks, 4
Okay,
weeks. So yeah, about a
okay.
month. It was the weekend before the Fire Festival, I'm pretty sure.
Right. Okay.
Because then right afterwards, as Cyrus was walking back, that's when Cyrus got stabbed.
Right. Okay.
Mhm.
And who knows how long? I mean, Barney's was even up, because that was not even a month later when we found out about it, if that it turned the way it did. So even if hers was up for 2 months, we're kind of getting to that time.
And with Leo's palace, we've been aware of for actually a little bit longer. Am I not wrong, Dashing? With Leo's palace was the
Mhm.
longest one we had known of, like
Mhm.
3 months. So, and I mean, we don't know if his powers and the palace bleeding into the Fire Festival was all his doing or the headmistress's, but his palace changed and he got stronger. So, what are we thinking? We need to take care of it sooner rather than later. Do we try something after the funeral tomorrow? Do
Maybe.
we wait until next weekend? Because we have technically 2 we need to worry about, and there's a lot of politics in there that we need to be made aware of.
We could tomorrow night. Yeah. If that's what we want to do. Probably got to see how we're feeling after everything. After the funeral and everything.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of physical health, I'm the best out of all of us, so I could go.
I'll be honest, after today, I need a drink. But maybe that's something that we can go and do, and just
Check some things out, do some recon.
think, just tonight, just go together, just go have a drink or two and just exist before doing anything else. It seems like we're just go all the time.
How's that sound to you, Avraf?
Yeah,
You don't got any siblings to go spend time with tonight?
yeah.
No
the
jobs.
extended family, 17 over there. No, no, it's fine.
we'll get a drink, all of us, and then well, I guess we play things by ear tomorrow and see how we're feeling post funeral about going to do some looking into Artoria's palace, maybe even Artorias, because we haven't even been in his.
Ooh.
So, you know, the issue is with Artorias is that we need to actually get up and close and personal with him and initiate a dark hour. I mean, actually, for Artoria, we're probably gonna have to do something similar because Gus hasn't been in there. So, we're gonna
I
have to at
mean,
least-
we can just go in, one of us, and time will freeze, and Gus can just walk up.
Yeah.
So
we just need to be closer to her because we don't know the range yet. So, Artorias, though, on the other hand, gotta go through the whole shebang.
Yeah. Shit.
Maybe we'll spot him at the funeral tomorrow.
Yeah. About that drink, Gus, you wanna come with us, or are you going to? I mean, you probably can't really drink because the form you'll be taking. But I mean, if you want to come with.
And let's get him some wine.
Gus can join after trying to find someone to talk to.
Sure. Yeah, we'll be. Where are we gonna go?
Blue table.
Does that have alcohol there?
It will when we become shareholders.
No.
Can I do like what would be history to kind of like see if I can remember the menu?
Sure.
But
yeah.
fuck it. Why not? Fuck
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, all right. It's 15.
Yeah, no, it definitely doesn't.
We're not going there.
I said that out of character. That was just fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cyrus will kind of perk and be like, "The gauntlet for old time's sake."
Yeah, sure. Why not? Look on it.
Crowbar.
What's the actual name of that fucking bar?
The crowbar.
Oh, the crowbar. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sent will kind of just give Gus like very brief instructions on like how to get there from here. We'll meet you there. Let us know let us know and we'll find you if you don't.
And if you don't want to go for whatever reason, just meet us at one of our rooms, I guess.
Yeah. you could probably paw at the door and Bernie will let you right in.
Gus, understand.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Okay.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah, he's gonna kind of lift himself up and just open the door for everybody and just make our way out, I guess.
And away you go to the crowbar.
Do we
Gus,
pass?
what is your heading?
Do we pass Kin on the way out?
Gus is gonna try to find Vasati, or I
Okay.
guess she goes by a different name for everyone else, but yeah.
No kin. Yes, you can look for Vasati.
Okay.
Is there any indication that Faye might be here?
Do you want to knock on her door?
Yeah.
Okay, you go ahead and knock on her door, and she opens the door.
Oh.
Hello.
Hey, you want to take on the gauntlet with us?
Yeah, actually, I do. Yeah.
All right, cool. Come on.
Yeah.
We can use the company.
Me too. And she walks out and kind of reaches out and grabs your arm and just kind of holds on to it as you guys are walking.
Yeah, he just kind of passes by you both, scruffs both your guys' hair, and just goes up ahead with Avarif. Just y'all are weird.
Why don't you just hold Avaraf's arm then if you feel so lonely?
No, I'm good.
Oh.
She
alright.
lets go and she just says, "Oh,
I was kidding.
All
Keep
right.
going. It's fine. I'm just messing with you.
and so you go." All right.
Gus!
See then. Let's actually take a quick break.
Oh,
okay.
Take a quick 5. That was a pretty long conversation. So stretch your legs, get your water, get a snack, take a breather. I gotta go to the bathroom, which is why we're taking a break.
Yippee! Trauma bonding!
We'll be back.
Yay! Cool. See you guys in a few minutes.
Hello.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. My name is. Welcome to the YouTube video. This is your boy. Hello, everybody.
Was that the bite of 87?
Oh, boy,
Yeah.
The fact that that motherfucker's announced for Dead by Daylight. Silly.
Wild.
Anyways,
Listen. I'm just glad that it's not just cosmetics.
yeah, fair. Anyways,
Wait, got announced for Dead by Daylight?
Springtrap's joining Dead by
Springtrap.
Daylight,
Yeah. The animatronic.
Oh!
Crap.
and Matthew
Voiced
Lillard is voicing it.
By Matthew Lillard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my man! I was about to say, okay, I was about to say, it better be voiced.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A film FNAF.
Mhm.
Yes, good. I love my man.
It showed him, and he was just like, "All right, I gotta go practice this," and he just does like the weirdest fucking like noises and everything. I was like, you know what, voice actors, I get it, y'all got your own techniques,
Here
but
I
man,
come.
yeah,
Mhm.
like all right, buddy.
Captain Free. I'm ready. That's gonna be so good. Anyway, all right. Welcome back.
Daffy likes DVD.
I do. I really like Dead by Daylight.
He's a freak.
I am. I know. I'm a masochist like that. Welcome back. Zeph,
Yes. Let me
Hit the thing.
button.
and we're back.
Yippee.
Hello. Gus,
Yes, Gus.
you are tracking down Vasadi Lumise,
Yes.
and you know exactly where she is because she is right where you left her at the guild hall.
Yeah, yeah.
And so you go your different ways from the party, and Gus, you make your way to the guild hall, and voila, you're there. Congratulations.
Such a long.
You're getting a lot of weird looks being in your dog form, walking down the street alone. You're getting a lot of. Did somebody lose their dog? Oh my god, is that a stray? Somebody should call animal control of some kind. Where are the guards?
Gus is gonna walk faster. Fast as his little stubby legs can carry.
Yeah. And voila, you were there. You were at the guild hall. What are you doing?
The moment he sees her, he's gonna start speaking in Sylvan.
Mm-hmm. And you do, and you see her kind of like, huh? And she like leans over the front of the desk and looks down. Oh. An unusual sight. What, to what do I owe this pleasure?
Gus has a question.
I may or may not have an answer.
Have you heard recently from King?
From King Oberon?
Yes.
Well, I don't make it a habit to take on the ear of our liege, but he has been doing a lot of damage control since you decided to start hanging out with this bunch of group. Seems our queen is looking for her puppy dog.
Gus will make sure to go check on her soon. Gus has problem. He's like trying to think of the best way to put this. There's a sword, and King Oberon's voice came from inside Sword.
Unusual. I mean, he
And
gets
then-
up to a lot of things.
But then Kings speak in Gus's head, and no reply to Gus's questions. Gus is a little concerned if they okay, because Sword not good. Sword apparently not good.
Well, did he use a spell to contact you? Was it the sending spell that he was using? Because that can be very restrictive. And
Gus
The wording.
believes it is, but Gus more concerned about his voice inside of Sword that could freeze someone's arm.
Well, I'm not sure about that, but I mean, I kind of vaguely remember I'd set up shop somewhere once. I think it was Ionos.
Set up shop where?
Anyway, insight. I every now and again, if there's a mystical stuff going on, there are customers to be had. So I set up shop every now and again in different places where I feel that the biggest connection with. She fixes her glasses. The chance to get a nice score.
Gus can understand that. Gus just concerned because not seen either or court in a while now.
Well, the Sealy Court should be a-okay. I think. I mean, I haven't been there myself, but grandfather just came back from there, and he didn't seem to indicate that there were many or any issues.
Okay.
Other than, Queen Tatiana
Missing.
putting on a. I mean, she loves her parties and will throw a party for quite literally anything. So,
Oh, Gus is very aware.
well, you've already had 3 in your honor, so.
Gus has feeling when Gus return going to happen again.
Quite the banquet, and I will be looking forward to that because the food when she is pleased is far better than when she is in a sour mood.
Oh, best food when she's pleased. Okay, well, Gus a little less anxious hearing that your grandfather come back and no concern.
Well, I mean, is there anything else that I can do for you? Maybe, I mean, I don't want to say we can go now because it's, all the way in the forest, but
It is bit of travel. Might be too much travel right now because seem others have funeral tomorrow. Gus is saying with like the biggest question mark because he's not entirely sure about everything still.
Well, I mean, I don't really know what I can do for you.
Yeah, Gus think you
just-
do a lot help already.
Well, of course. I mean, we are friends after all, and you've done so much for me, and I've done so much for you. So think of it as a free favor.
Gus appreciate that.
Just this once. Don't tell people I do it often.
Gus's lips sealed. If need anything, let Gus know.
Of course. And maybe I will go talk with grandfather and just, make sure everything is spick and span.
Yeah, if can check if maybe grandfather know anything about Sword too.
Yeah.
Gus
Yeah.
knows.
Yes.
Gus know King Oberon like to be in many places. So, but Gus still worry.
Very well. I will endeavor to do so.
Okay, he's gonna kind of nod to her and trot back towards the direction that the others said they would be in.
Okay. All right. And shifting gears, you guys enter the crowbar with the intention of taking on the gauntlet. Why don't we just go ahead? You guys can roll some con saving throws.
Cool. No bonus.
Oh, we're
Cyrus.
straight up doing the
Oh
gauntlet?
boy.
Yeah,
Oh,
Okay,
no
boy.
bonus.
yeah.
Cyrus, because we were out of the out of magic. Gonna be a little more stringent about that.
What?
Say again?
No, you can have the bonus. Yeah, you can have the bonus. That's
Okay,
fine.
never mind then. We can have the bonus. Then.
Yeah.
Y'all get +5 from Cyrus.
Yay!
Do I need to roll anything?
No,
Okay,
you're not
okay,
taking
okay.
part in the
Okay, good,
gauntlet.
good,
No.
good. Good. I was about to be
You
like,
ain't
"Ah,
you
God,
ain't you ain't
God,
eating
agree."
a whole bunch of mac and cheese.
Yeah.
No.
All right,
All right.
go for it.
Let's do this.
Go for it,
How
Cyrus.
many are we doing? How many are we doing? I'm sorry.
Oh,
Just one each.
So that's a 19 for Avraf. That is a 27.
you motherfuckers and your high con. Holy shit. Now watch. Okay, I'm calling like a 13, even with the +5. Never mind, 20.
20. 30, 20.
Never mind.
Yeah, you all absolutely demolish the gauntlet. With a 27, I believe that actually sets a new record.
Let's go!
So it's a new best course record.
Yippee!
Let's go. You see Cyrus just.
Oh, we're only rolling
like-
once?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
once. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You see Cyrus like finish his bolt. You hear it slam down, and he just like, man, I needed that. Oh, I'm done. Damn. Okay.
You see the cheese master behind the bar just looking on in disbelief, despondent even.
Like 30 seconds later, Set slams his down, just looks over, is just like, I like show off shit.
The cheese master reeling back, seeing you also complete it in like an insane amount of speed.
And that rep is last between us.
Like seconds later, probably, yeah.
Like literally like seconds, yeah. And then he just looks over at Avrith and he turns around slowly and he looks at one of the servers and he says, "Ma lose my muster."
No, your mac and cheese is just really, really good, and we're getting better at eating it.
We really needed a meal today, to be fair. We had a long
really
week.
needed it. Yeah, we needed to down some food, and what better food than mac and cheese, am I right?
He looks at shit, don't he?
He looks not too pleased.
Okay, for context, Celine, because you haven't seen it, the gauntlet is basically just like 5 bowls of mac and cheese that you have to eat in a certain amount of time. I think it's 5, right?
So it's a food
Yeah.
challenge.
Yeah, basically a food
Yeah.
challenge of
Yeah.
like one from every single region, and then the last one's like the neutral zone one. So it's like a mixture of all 4.
Ah.
And
So
if you,
yeah,
if you beat it within a certain amount of time, you get put on the wall of cheese.
and so all 3 of us just
I have adorned the wall of cheese many a time before, but now.
Yeah.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
yeah.
Yeah, this time, like you heard Dashing said, Cyrus just set a new wall of cheese record.
out of character. The more we do it, the better our constitution gets.
Yes, that's the
Oh
other
my
reason to do
God.
it.
And a few moments later, after you guys finish and you say that, and the cheese master was looking displeased, a younger man next to you, sent like on your other side, puts down his mac and cheese bowl and he says, "Wow, that was a lot more than I was expecting." Oh, you guys really packed it away.
I was hungry, honestly. I was. Ugh. It was a day. Good on you though as well. You finished not too long after us.
Well, it's my first time. Just transferring in. So I thought I'd come out for a bite, and somebody said, "Oh my God, she's come back up." somebody said, mac and cheese here was really good, so I thought I had a chance.
Don't
Oh.
worry. You get used to the mac and cheese coming back up.
It like cakes your throat while you're like while it's going down. It's kind of just you get used to that for sure. But get some water. Like there's a reason. There's a whole pitcher there for you.
You're not lactose
Yeah.
intolerant, right?
No.
I recommend taking a drink, like swishing it around in your mouth, possibly spitting into
Yeah.
a can, and then do another drink. Should help.
All right, and he takes a sip, swishes, spits it out, takes another sip.
Eh?
Yeah, okay, all right. That actually, yeah, that you know what? I don't have that taste of backwash vomit in my mouth any longer.
Yeah, you'll be fine. And he goes to pat him on the back. He's like, wait. He stops.
Yes, that would be whew, that might have ended more poorly than I would have liked.
Yeah.
Just you wait for the special surprise.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Special
You did
surprise.
great though, Cyrus, and he slams you on the back.
Thanks.
Hey, no problem.
You know, Abraham, you didn't do so bad yourself, and he smacks Abraham's back.
Oh, God, that's what a great time we're having.
And then Cyrus will kind of lean back and look at Faye and be like, how'd you do, Faye?
She's like not even halfway through her first bowl. She's like, oh, doing great.
Yeah, you'll get on the wall of cheese again.
How is Faye looking actually? Like, is she doing all right?
She looks okay. Make an insight check.
All right. 18?
Yeah, I mean she's looking all right. She's not like super into the mac and cheese. She's just like kind of enjoying watching you guys and just enjoying the vibe of the environment that you've invited her into tonight.
All right. He's gonna kind of like lean like past Cyrus, like in front of him, and just not like in her
Lean
in
far
it. Yeah.
backwards, like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
follow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's where it's like he like pops into view and just kind of looks at her, just like just kind of just gives her like a warm glance. Just, well, we're glad you're here.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. I appreciate it.
You good? Everything all right?
Yeah. No, I'm just, I guess I wasn't as hungry as I thought I was.
But you can get
Always
that to
think
go.
back
You
of
can,
you.
you know.
Yeah.
It's true, I can definitely get this to go, and I think I'm gonna.
This is like a week's worth of food. So
It
See?
literally is gonna last me for the rest of the week.
See, not a bad idea. It's using your noggin, right?
And the guy on the other side, he says, "Yeah, it sounds like that would have been a good idea for me too if I was gonna not try to take this whole thing when I saw all of you start speed eating. That might have been
Trust
a
me,
mistake.
we've been doing this for a while.
it's for fun.
How long's a while? Because that's crazy."
3 months?
Was it 3?
Oh man.
Was it 4?
I could have sworn it was
'Cause
less.
We also competed at the fire festival. We also competed in the pie eating competition and the drink.
A festival. Oh, I love parties. Does this this academy put on some good events?
I mean, I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah, Senra, you know better than I do. I mean, the fire festival was fun, but you've been here a whole year ahead of us, so.
Yeah. I mean, the majority of the events, yeah, they're a blast. I mean, these ones have been interesting, to say the least. The Fire Festival was definitely much more interesting this year than last.
Yeah, I can imagine. Mhm.
But I mean, no, yeah, it's every event is never quite the same. That's probably the best way to word it.
Oh, don't go to the Hall of Mirrors.
It's
That's
gone. It's gone
Kentucky.
already. It's gone already.
Just give them the heads up if they ever bring it back. Just don't go in it.
That's fair. Never seen you around though. You said you you said you just transferred here, right?
Yeah, I'm actually not from around here. I'm just transferring in my my uncle just started teaching in this country.
Wait. Is
Yeah.
your uncle the history teacher?
Sorry, what?
Is your uncle the history teacher?
Oh yes, Professor Ollie.
Yes. No, I picked up on your accent. I've been studying with him a little bit. Small world.
It's actually kind of funny. My name is Albert, by the way.
Albert. Okay. Well, nice to meet you, Albert.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. So you already know my uncle Ollie?
Yes. Yeah. I've visited him ahead of him formally starting to teach classes to study a little bit about some ancient history, especially from his perspective. It's always nice to get an outsider as opposed to somebody who's grown up on the continent.
Well, it's actually really interesting that he did get this job offer, because just the whole like the specs of everything, being from a foreign land and then coming here and knowing more about some of your country's history than or your continent's history more than some of those who live here. It's just insane to me.
No, I agree. I value an outsider's perspective, though. It's third party perspective. Look at things more objectively as opposed to subjectively. Give the facts of what might have actually happened as opposed to any country's specific bias.
You seem like you're very well informed.
And I have your uncle to help with that, so I have him to thank.
Seth's jaw is just kind of dropped, just looking at you like, huh?
Come on, I can be an intellectual if I want.
Just news to me. That's all. Never heard you talk about that.
It's recent. I mean, literally just happened, the last week. So, we only just learned about the new history teacher last week anyways, so,
You'll pick up quick.
But I figured if I wanted to learn more about a certain somebody and, try and get a better grip on things, that you'd be the one to talk to. And Cyrus is hinting at that certain somebody being like Silas. Without overtly saying it.
No, he taps your boot with his just a couple times. Just like I get it. Right. Anyways, how are we feeling? Do we wanna drink or two, or are we just gonna have the mac and cheese?
I'm waiting for the cheese liquor, man.
Sure.
Cheese
And
liquor.
Yep.
What
That's
is?
a special surprise I told you about.
oh, you don't know. Okay. Well, hey, how's your stomach?
Well, I think I'm doing all right. Feeling a little okay.
You might not want it if you're just feeling all right. It's a doozy.
Oh,
can
really?
tell you
I mean, I like to think that I can hold my liquor.
He just flags. Sense just flags down. the cheese master.
He walks over. He's like pulling his bandana, the cheese master bandana, off. Yes, how can I help you?
4 of your shots of your cheese liquor. Faye, do you want one?
Yeah. All right. And Faye shakes her head. She's no.
All right.
I don't
for
think
it
that I
is.
could.
4 it is,
That's for the best.
And
maybe something to help with her stomach.
yeah, he walks around. 4 shot glasses, fills them all up. Let's see how you feel about this. It's a new brew.
Oh, really? What's new with it?
Instead of, regular provolone cheese, I thought I'd go with a little mozzarella.
Oh my god, that's gonna be delicious.
Also, it is a little heavier, so yeah, sure, that makes sense.
It's gonna be harder, that's for damn sure.
Yes.
Before he does his shot, he's gonna kind of like glance, like not only at everybody, but also glancing like if Gus is almost there as well.
Right
Just keeping an eye out
as
for
you
them.
guys, actually, right as you guys are about to take this shot, the door opens and you see the cheese master look over at the door and he goes, "Hey, no dogs in this bar. You get out of here."
Oh no, that's my dog. That's my dog. That's my
Sorry.
yeah.
Sure,
That's-
you make exception for, you know, famed members of the Wall of Cheese.
It's my. This is a little embarrassing to say. This is my emotional support dog.
You know what? I'll make an exception this time, but if that dog makes a mess, you clean it up and out of here.
It's just he's like holding the shot glass in one hand, the other one he just gives like a soft salute. Just, I promise you, he'll be on his best behavior.
And he turns around and he goes back. He's cooking his mac and cheese. Gus, you are there. Congratulations, you made it.
Yippee.
Hey, Gus, I mean, I don't think you want this, but do you want anything, real quick? Any wine or water or whatever? He's like quietly like leaned over to Gus so that the guy next to him doesn't fucking hear this.
Gus is okay right now. But why? He catches like a whiff of the smell of the alcohol, the cheese liquor though.
Yeah, he like leans down. He like leans down and just like, I mean, you can try it if you want before I down it.
Gus is good.
All
Gus
right.
doesn't want to try that.
All right, sure.
Listen out, Gus.
Yeah, no, whatever you say. And he like sets it down and looks at the other three. He's just, eh?
Before we take this, I just want to apologize to you, Albert. This could be a lot different than what we're used to, so I apologize for maybe getting you into something that maybe you shouldn't have. But anyways, cheers, boys!
Cheers.
Cheers.
Clink, clink.
Cheers.
Yeah.
All right, let's roll our con
Make
save.
your con saves.
Fuck, I thought we were gonna get away with it. I have +1.
20.
Jesus
baby.
Christ!
Hammer for the
You're
29, let's
good.
go.
You're good.
I'm not good.
You're not good.
I'm not good.
That went down. Immediately back up.
You're good. You're great. You're great. You're terrible.
Yeah, no, that one. Ooh, no, nope,
Yeah.
immediate.
It is like a like down, and then like he leans over and accidentally leans in the direction of Gus and just like, oh, goes back to the garbage can.
Gus just like in that moment, just oh no.
It was the like garbage is there. Wait, that was Gus. Oh shit.
It was like,
Gus immediately is like, "Fuck this."
how's Albert doing it? How's he?
He kind of like shakes it off and he says, "No, I agree. Fuck this."
Yeah, first time we had it, I think Sent and I passed out almost.
Oh no, I did.
Yeah. Now, can drink it and appreciate it. Can't we, Avraf?
I absolutely. It's better every time.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
sure does.
I wouldn't. No. I wouldn't know.
It's okay, you'll get it next time, Sent.
I'm good. I think this is the last time I'm having that.
I mean, there might be a different brew. Maybe it's with cheddar or Parmesan next time. Parmesan might be good. It's a little salty.
You hear vigorous writing down. That's a good one.
I recommend one. It's a Greek one. It's Mizithra if you want something like the Parmesan, but a lot sharper.
Greek?
Sharper. Yeah. You know, it's a continent very far away. You know, very far away.
Very, very far away.
Yeah, I read it in a book somewhere. I guess I don't know. Maybe so. It
Is
might
that
be
where that
fake. Who
Jesus
knows?
guy is from?
Yeah, it's probably where he is. I don't know. Some sort of like some. It might have been the history might have been fantasy. I don't know. Who knows? It sounds good though. Maybe get it imported.
Anyways, Thank you, Cheese Master. It was delicious.
A pleasure as always. I'm glad that you enjoyed that new brew. I'm gonna get working on that Parmesan one though.
That's a good one. Yeah. Never gonna get used to that.
All right. So you can go ahead as Gus arrives. If you are staying, leaving, what is the heading?
What is everyone's heading?
Yeah, Cyrus is probably gonna walk Faye back before heading back to his room. Oh, he's also gonna tell Avaraf, in case he hasn't put two and two together. Oh yeah, by the way, I moved into the student council dorms, so
Oh, all right.
you should probably do that too, because you know, Squire and all that. Be able to do that.
I
30 after-
did. When did you even do that? That was.
That did it like this last week.
He probably had a night of hyperfixation or something. Just did it all in one
I
night.
mean, it's not that hard. I mean, you know, the rooms are already furnished.
That's true.
So
That's true.
had a whole lot.
Yeah, all right. I'll go ahead and do that probably tomorrow then.
I mean, I think your room is next to mine. So, you know, Vice President, President Squire. So it's like, you know, we're not even really moving out from each other.
It's true.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
I think they even have a connected bathroom, which is weird.
Wait, what position are you now? On out of character?
I'm still Squire for Vice President. They have dorm rooms for anybody who's part of the student council.
Yeah, it was just you guys hadn't left. You guys hadn't left your like
Yeah.
common dorm rooms yet.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, so we still have our same positions, but yeah, I would just finally moved into the new one.
Moved into your new room.
Gus, what about you? You're gonna just stick with me tonight, or do you want to kind of wander?
Gus could stick with,
Just
but Gus did find out a little something.
you want to talk about it real quick, or do we want to save that for the morning?
On our way back to the academy, if we're all heading that way.
True. No one can understand you, so we just have to kind of. Yeah.
As they're walking back, Gus can kind of convey, including what she said about locations dashing.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember the word, like the location you said exactly, because my mic or my headset kind of blinked out for a second there. For Oberon.
Oh, that he's just doing damage control.
Oh.
He's just doing damage control.
No, she also mentioned a location in regards to the sword before.
Oh, she didn't say exact. She just said Ionos.
Yeah.
That's Cyrus's sister and mother's name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Gus is gonna like mention that as they're walking back.
Okay, so that's where Leo was given the sword.
It's from
Wasn't it?
Ionos' palace. Yeah, because Rinko stole it because Ionos had it in her palace for whatever reason.
So maybe that's what they're referring to?
I don't know. I mean, how would... It's too many questions, man. Too many questions.
We'll pencil that for later.
Yeah, because I mean, there's so many questions as to why Icebaney was even in her palace to begin with. Where was it in the interim? It's just a lot.
Right.
Gus didn't get a lot of information, just bits and pieces, but Gus was also told Tree Mother miss Gus very much.
You got plenty of information. Good on you for looking out for them, talking to them.
Gus try.
You did great.
That's all that matters.
Why don't we turn in unless
Mm.
anything else we need to do?
You see a little bit ahead of you. You once again, you see Albert. He is ahead of you. He had left just shortly before you, after you guys had taken your shots. He's talking to two guards out front of the academy,
Mhm.
and it looks like they are giving him a bit of a hard time. And he's like pointing out the door, and he's, "No, I'm really a student here. I know that I look like an outsider, but I'm really a student. I swear."
Are they in uniform? Like, is he in a uniform?
He is not in a school uniform, but the guards are, their guards are wearing like armor and stuff, but he's not in a school uniform.
Okay, yeah. Sten's just gonna kind of walk up to the guard and just kind of relay to them like their name, like the kid's name and everything, and just like, hey, it's his name. He He's apparently the nephew, right, of the new history teacher. Maybe go grab him, and maybe he can confirm something. He can confirm this all.
The guard looks at you. Make a persuasion check.
Sure.
Cyrus will kind of back you up. So if you want to roll with advantage,
What are you gonna say?
Cyrus will walk up and say, "I've been with Professor Ollie, and the accent and resemblance are very apparent, and I can attest that Albert here is his nephew."
Okie dokie.
Okay.
16.
Hey. Guard kind of narrows his eyes. And says, "All right. Just make sure that he doesn't get up to any wrongdoing."
Sure. We'll escort him to his uncle, just so that.
Straight to Professor Ollie's office.
Very well. Good night.
Good night. You're doing
Take
great.
off.
Doing a great job. Yeah. And so I guess Scent and Cyrus, if Cyrus wants to, we'll walk him
Yeah, because
to his uncle's.
you haven't been to Professor Ollie's office, so
Yeah.
you wouldn't particularly know where it is.
Yeah. If
As you guys are walking in, Albert will turn to you. "Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for that assistance. You didn't need to do that, and I appreciate everything that you do."
so,
You're-
why don't you have a uniform? Is it just this is your first day? They didn't give you any yet, or?
Well, I just got off of a very long boat ride this morning, and I've just been kind of wandering around really sort of aimlessly. Uncle Ollie was supposed to greet me at the docks, and then he had sent a missive that said he wouldn't be, and then I should just find my own way, and I was a young man that could take care of myself in that endeavor. And so I did.
Well, I mean, thankfully, I mean our voice kind of has a little pull here too, so it might have helped the guards kind of understand, like, our word is,
Once we get you in a
Yeah.
school uniform,
You'll be
they
fine.
shouldn't give you any
You'll be
more
fine.
hassle.
I appreciate it.
Sorry, the cheese
I've
liquor's
been
still
meaning-
kicking in.
I've been meaning to ask though. That's a very interesting breed of dog. I don't think I've recognized that. What's your name, little one? And he like kneels down and holds out his hand to you, Gus.
Gus is gonna shake, like offer his paw.
Aw.
Like, I'm gonna pretend that I'm a dog right now.
This is Gus. He's
He grabs
yeah.
hold of your hand, Gus, your paw.
Hmm.
Gus, aren't you a smart one? Do you also like parties, Gus?
Wait a second. Dashing. Whoa, is something familiar here? Something feels familiar here, Dashing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
how
Dashing!
I'm just looking at Gus and Albert's face, and how what am I seeing on both their faces right now?
Make an insight check.
I would love to. No,
Hard to tell.
no.
God damn it!
It's insight check.
Yeah.
That's a 22.
17 is
I'm an idiot.
Albert looks genuinely interested in Gus. He does not look like he knows this breed of dog, and he is fascinated at the prospect of this animal.
Like genuine
Is there-
curiosity.
Genuine curiosity.
Is there anything Gus can roll to like? Because the do you like parties is throwing him off real bad right now. Because there's only a couple people he knows of that really like parties. The
Make a
fact he's being
perception
asked
check.
that, god damn it. Don't fuck me over tonight, dice.
Nice! Let's go!
You get a whiff as you are holding his hand. A smell. You haven't smelled this in a little while. The last time you smelled this was when you were in King Oberon's presence.
Gus is going to be staring at him real hard right now. And Sylvan just says that you, my king.
Before you even get those words out, he reaches out and he pets the top of your head and he says, "Of course you like parties. All doggies love parties. What a good little doggy you are. Well, look at me. I'm getting ahead of myself." And he stands up and he turns around and looks at the rest of you and he says, "Well, now, if you would show me to my uncle, that would be most preferable."
How's
Right.
Gus looking like?
Gus is like staring so hard right now. He knows. He's got the feeling.
Sant is just like, yeah, sure, we're going this way. Yeah, right. Cyrus, you wanna show us the way?
Yeah, Cyrus noticing Gus will kind of be like, yeah, actually, I know where to go. Would you just mind walking Faye back to her room? I'll bring.
Sure. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. And he'll have to Faye like, hey, sorry, I can work you back. But see you soon, right?
Yeah, I'll see you later. I
I'm
guess.
gonna walk her back.
All right. Sure.
I don't want her going alone.
Oh yeah.
Well,
It's,
So I'll kind of jump in. Oh wait, what?
yeah, it was gonna be you and me. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
never
he
mind.
has
I'll
scent,
stay.
yeah.
I'll stay and look at this sus shit then. Never mind. Sorry, I thought she was going alone.
Nah, gamer, you're good.
No. Scent is going with her.
Okay, good.
Yes. Yes.
I will pull her, or grab her like arm real quick and be like, I'll kind of give her a look, and be like, would you like to walk real quick though?
You want to just run her when you're done? Narrative?
Run her.
Run her back when you're done, and Gus and I can
Oh,
go bed.
sure. Actually, yeah, do that.
All right, sure. You guys have a good walk then. We'll see you guys in the morning.
And
Good
Cyrus,
night.
before walking off, looks like look towards Gus. I'm like, you wanna come with me, Gus? Go for a little
Either or,
different,
yeah.
different.
Before
Side of
he
the
can
building.
even say anything, he's like trotting after immediately. He is on those heels. He is like, this man.
Okay, sure.
Shade.
All right.
Sent you. Well, since Avraf's taking care of Faye, do you want to come or do you want to just?
You know what? Maybe I need just a night alone in my room. I guess maybe that's a sign.
That sounds very, very sad.
No. I've been spending every night with Bernie. I think I need a night.
Gotcha. We'll see you tomorrow before the funeral.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Good night,
Alright.
guys. Yeah.
Good night. All right, let's get you
Good night.
to the professors. Albert.
Yes, let us go. And as you guys begin to walk off in the direction of the professor's offices, Albert turns and looks at you, Cyrus, and he turns and he looks at Gus, who is like right behind him, and he just gives you a smile, Gus, and he says to you, Cyrus, man, this is a very well trained animal you have here.
Yeah. I mean, Gus is Gus. You know.
How long have you had him?
I mean, it's not mine. He's since, like we said, but
Yeah.
relatively somewhat recent thing. Since been going through some familial
Mm.
hardship, and we found Gus, and just was the right fit. Ain't that right, Gus? And Cyrus is just gonna look with as much of like a roll with it sort of look. as he can convey without
Gus
breaking
looks
things.
at him while also like muttering in Sylvan under his breath.
Cyrus hearing that is just it just kind of is just like with his left hand or whatever they handed it away from Ollie and just kind of like he's kind of like doing like the zip it.
Helper.
Zip.
Mm.
Sorry, Gus. Sorry.
Yeah.
Helper.
Albert. All good.
Cool.
Yeah, so you get a little bit down the hall and you start to hear this humming sound, and sounds very melodic in tune. Not like anything you've ever heard before, Cyrus. Make a charisma saving throw.
And disadvantage. Fuck.
Oh,
My charisma's actually really
Ooh.
fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Okay.
Ooh.
That's still a 22.
Okay. Hey, nice. No, it's not. It's
You
disadvantage.
fucker. That is
Yeah, that is disadvantage. It's yeah.
Still 22. It's
Plus
14.
14.
Plus 14.
This motherfucker's got
Holy
high
shit.
charisma. Yeah.
Holy
Bro.
shit!
Yeah.
I saw the 8 and I was like, oh, it's plus 2, right?
No, it's plus
It
14.
would have been in the
Holy
40s
shit.
otherwise.
Holy
Yeah, that would have been a
That's
34.
Crazy. That's
Yeah.
a crazy save. I didn't. Yeah, I have the screen smaller, so I didn't see the modifier.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard
I
the
mean, it
nope,
doesn't
and I'm
pop up
like, really?
anyways.
Yeah. No,
Just like,
22.
you're
Yeah.
shooting. I was up
No,
there like,
no,
you
yeah.
bitch, are you like just like legendary accenting me in broad daylight saying nope, you failed? Bro, you said we weren't doing combat today.
Surprise, motherfucker.
The melodic tone is actually very pleasant. It's really soothing to your ears, but nothing happens to you. And Gus, you see Albert's right hand on the opposite side of where Cyrus is walking begin to squeeze very tightly
Mm-mm.
and then releases.
Mm.
Cyrus is
And
gonna bring up the music. It'll be like, do you guys hear something?
oh, I'm sorry. That's that was me. I really enjoy singing. It is one of my pastimes.
A question: did it sound like singing when the music I heard, or did it sound like actual music, like instruments included?
Instruments included.
Cyrus told me to kind of be like, no offense, but I heard instruments too.
That's kind of strange. I didn't hear anybody playing any like guitars or anything, but I mean, I have been told back in my homeland that when I sing, people tend to have imaginations of whole orchestras playing along with my my songs.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, all right.
That's a mighty high compliment. I mean,
This
pretty confident that wasn't you,
Squint.
but Cyrus,
I
I mean,
mean-
Gus, be like, yeah, you trust me, don't you, bud?
Gus is not taking his eyes off of
That immediately signals to Cyrus that like, okay, this something is going on, even more than he already knew. And so
At any
Cyrus has to
rate,
start up ever so slightly higher up.
At any rate, do you think is there a bathroom somewhere around here? I just need to use the lavatory real quick.
Is there one nearby?
Yeah, there's one pretty close by.
How far away from are we from Professor Ollie's office? Still like a good
Prob-
chunk away.
Probably like a building and a half over. Yeah.
Okay. Cyrus will gesture and be like, "No, there's one right over there.
Oh, perfect. And don't mind if I do.
Just be hanging out here. We're not too far. Another building and we're there."
Very good. And he turns and he begins walking. And Gus, you hear in your head, "Come
Gus is gonna kind of give Cyrus a look that just kind of like screams "stay" for a second as he follows after.
Cyrus just kind of, he'll raise an eyebrow but nod, and he'll just, kind of just lean up against the wall closest to him and just kind of keep his eyes on Gus and Albert as they, walk towards the bathroom.
Yeah, and as you walk in, Gus, after Albert, the lights inside, as soon as you walk in, shut off, and you see like this flicker on the inside of lights, Cyrus, as the lights come back on fairly quickly, and inside of the bathroom, sitting on one of the toilets, legs crossed, sitting up tall, fairly long blue hair, a white jacket with, blue sort of fluff coming off of it.
It's me.
It's Striker! No. Long black pants and these silvery fairy wings coming out of his back.
Gus is just gonna stare very quietly, go, "My king."
I heard you wanted answers.
Gus would very much like answers. Gus is not sure why my king is here.
Because this sounded like so much fun.
Gus is just internally like, of course that's the reason.
Now, Gus, it is a pleasure once more to see you. Tatiana's been beside herself without you around.
Gus is sorry. He has been away. Many things have been happening.
Oh, is that so? Like what? No! Don't tell me. That'll be part of the fun later.
Gus kind of jumps at the no and stares at him.
I think that I'm going to enjoy this a little more than you're going to enjoy this. Perhaps even more so than how much Tatiana's gonna hate this.
What does my king have planned?
Oh, nothing. Nothing in the slightest, my dear Gus. But this is going to stay between us until I decide. Is that acceptable?
Yes. Gus understands.
Very good. Now for the answers that you're looking for. I actually don't know why I was in that sword. One moment, I was dealing with my lady's temperaments. And then in the next moment, darkness. And suddenly, I sensed one of them.
One of who?
A long time ago, there was a war that bled over into the Feywilds. Tatiana and I did our best to keep it off of our doorstep, but a group of, let's say, lesser beings, a little too strong for the type of people that they are, I'll say that. They made it difficult. One of them had a particular sword that was made of pure ice. I crossed with him a few times. However, a race, a group of people that he often fought with were his little guard dogs. Guard lions, more like. He subjugated their people and made them fight for him.
So that's why you called Scent? Guard
Well,
dog?
that's all those people are for, aren't they?
No.
They are.
Gus likes Scent. Scent help protect Gus and take care of Gus.
And isn't that what a guard dog does?
He's more than that, though, my king.
I guess that will remain to be seen, as I'm going to need to observe at least a little bit.
So my king is going to be here to watch them?
Observe, yes. And interact when I think that it's going to be funny.
Gus still stand by fact that King has strange sense of humor sometimes.
Yes, well, I won't always be here, so if you see Albert out there, don't just walk up to him, because it won't always be me. See, Albert Brightstream does indeed exist, and he is actually on his way here right now, but I figured little impersonation doesn't hurt anybody, so I figured I might as well take a quick cover.
How much is Gus allowed to talk to friends about?
All these questions, my dear Gus. Keep my existence between us. Can't have them thinking that the King of Fairies is just wandering around with the mortals.
Gus can see how that would cause problems.
Yes. And don't you worry, I will talk with Tatiana. See if I can pamper her and see that she doesn't make an appearance herself. That would be a disaster.
Gus thinks that might be a big problem.
Yes, for all of us. Anyway, I think that we've been in here long enough. So why don't we go out so I can speak with my uncle? Is that who we're looking for? I think.
Gus believes so, yes.
Yes. All right. Good talk.
Yes, my king.
And he stands up and he fixes his coat, and the lights blink once
Hardly
again.
know her.
I know. Blinker, I hardly know.
Blinker.
And standing where Oberon stood is once again Albert. And Albert looks down at you and he smiles, Gus, and he walks out and he holds the door open. Oh, you didn't have to follow me in. That was an interesting choice, little doggy. But I appreciate the company. You know, you're such a conversationist. Or I guess I'm
Considering
doing.
You just went through the gauntlet. I mean, Gus was probably vowels. You're sorry to say, from same position. He's just been wallflowering.
Well, I suppose that's true, but well, you know what they say: better out than in, or something.
Yeah, they think.
I think.
Anyways, let's
on-
get you to your uncle.
Onward, I suppose.
Mm.
And
Sounds good.
off you go. And you make it there, and he knocks on the door and he says, Uncle, I'm here. It's Albert. And the door opens and Ollie looks down and smiles at the both of you, and he says, thank you, young Cyrus, for bringing my nephew.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
Oh.
All right.
He's here now. I'll be seeing you again soon, Professor. Hope the two of you have a lovely evening.
He nods and waves, and Albert turns and smiles at you and says, thank you so much for your assistance. And good night, Gus.
Oh boy.
Upon saying that, Cyrus will just kind of smile and he'll lean down and he'll like go to like, you know, grab Gus and pick him up if he allows.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, yeah, Gus, say goodnight, and start walking away and kind of plop Gus up towards his shoulders and kind of lay him up so he's like closer to like his ear or whatever. And once they're out of earshot, he's gonna be like, you okay?
Gus is okay. Gus thinks all of us should be on good behavior.
That says enough for me. Alright, can I stay with me tonight?
Gus would like that.
Hey, bud. Cyrus will kind of give you a little scruff or scritch on your neck or whatever and bring you back up to the room.
All right, so off you go. Avrith.
Oh,
Oh,
Lol.
Oh.
hello.
So, Mr. Avrith, you are walking Faye back to Kin's domain.
Mhm.
You are walking. What is going on? What's going on, big dog?
as we kind of walk, I kind of want to look at her like hands and how she's actually walking. Is her head down? Is it up? Is it, you know?
She's kind of like
And
walking, like kind of, you know, playing with her hands a little bit, just like unsure of what to do with her hands and her arms, and like she's just looking at her hands while she's walking.
Yeah, fair enough. He's gonna kind of stop and Faye.
Hmm. She stops. and
You're
goes,
in your thoughts again.
Is that obvious?
A little bit.
Yeah, I guess I've just been thinking about quite a bit.
I don't doubt that. And has anything come to pass you would like to share? You know, pick up his pace again, walking with her this time.
Yeah. She kind of nods her head back and forth. I mean, no, I don't know. Just things have been so strange feeling lately.
Hmm. You're not wrong about that, but I assume it's not the normal strange that we're used to that you're talking about.
Well, no, not really, I suppose, but, you know,
You can
I don't
talk
know,
more inside the domain if it's better for you.
I just not sure what I'm doing, I guess.
And what schemes? You know what we are doing and what we're working towards. What do you mean you don't know?
Yeah. I guess I just feel a little off center.
Okay.
Like something bad's gonna happen. I don't know.
Okay, that's not the most wonderful thing to hear.
Well, right. So, like, I mean, you know, something bad did just happen, but like, I don't know. These last few days, I've just been thinking and, you know, sitting and doing a lot of stuff, and It just feels like something else is on its way, and I just don't know what yet.
Beyond Ophelia coming this way?
Yeah. A little bit.
Hmm.
It just feels like things are going to start moving a lot faster.
Faster than they already are? I hope not. So you don't know what, you just have an inkling.
Yeah, I don't know.
Gotcha.
I'm getting that feeling.
Well, after the talk we all had, it really seems like things will continuously keep changing. So, the only thing we can really do is, well, take it as it comes.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. You're right. Yeah. I guess I'll just have to think about it a little more. I don't know. I guess I'm just in my own head.
Is it more about the world ending and all that possibility, or a little bit less than that?
Well, I haven't really been looking at that kind of stuff lately. It's hard to try to think about because, I mean, how can you just like continuously look at it?
You know, even with the short amount of glimpses I've gotten, I can't imagine that that's not even 10% of what you see. Like I said, I'm always here if you need to not go in that space alone. I'll do my best to keep up with you. But you can rely on us.
I appreciate it. Guess I'm just nervous is all.
Yeah. I mean, you've been through it before and you've seen what happens with the results in that. So, yeah. Being nervous would make sense.
Thanks, Abby.
Was that sarcastic or no?
No, that was
Okay.
not sarcastic.
Got it. Of course. Again, even if your thoughts, you can always try to do something with them.
She stops and she turns very abruptly around.
To me?
Yeah, towards you.
Okay. I'll kind of abruptly stop as well. Yeah.
Something very important is happening soon.
Okay.
I can't divulge the information on what it is, but it's coming, Avaref. It's on its way, like a tidal wave.
So it's not the hypothetical something's coming, it's the... Got it. Okay. Worse than the king of the Fey world? Worse than Ophelia? Right, you can't say, most likely. Well,
The difference maker.
a difference maker.
I can't change history to alter the future that I want, but things can intervene by happen chance.
Uh-huh. Are you asking me to do something.
Yeah.
And what would you like me to do?
If I asked you to kill me, would you?
Back to this. I would assume it'd be for good reason. But also knowing your tendencies of extremities. Just because it didn't work last time doesn't mean it won't work this time. Your vision did not have all of us. Before, at least. It's a difference maker, and we have the difference. Just please don't do anything extreme.
She takes a solemn breath. You're right. I'm just kidding, by the way.
Right. I'm being so chicken. Was she kidding?
Definitely not a joke.
Yeah.
Holy
yeah,
shit.
Copy that. Copy that. I'm gonna look at her actually. Dead. Where are we right now, by the way? Are we in the library already?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna look at her and be. Do you have the ability to curse people?
Yeah.
A lot of curses?
I mean, I can stack them, I suppose, but it's not
Well, I'll
easy to do.
I'll ask a similar fun question. If I asked you to stack as many curses upon me as you could, would you?
Depends what kind of curses you wanted.
Doesn't matter. All the easy ones going all the way high. Just if the situation called for it.
In what manner?
Who knows? And he'll kind of like nudge her a little bit and be like, but I'm just kidding. And he'll start walking into the the main.
She actually just stands there as you walk in.
I will only take a few steps if that's the case and look back at her. What is her facial expression?
Make an insight check.
Oh my god. No, that didn't even roll.
Aw.
Fuck.
Aw.
Did it just, what did it slide across the screen?
No, it just slammed into a wall, then stayed.
I'm gonna re-roll it. I'll allow it.
Aw.
Yippee!
I'll
That's a
allow
little
it.
bit better.
Better.
Alright.
That's better.
Yippee.
You go ahead and you stop and you look at her face, and it looks as if for a moment she is considering it.
Hmm.
And then she realizes that she hasn't moved, and she turns and looks at you and smiles.
Welcome back.
I've been here.
Mhm. And he'll kind of hold the door open and put his hand forward, kind of gesturing her to walk inside.
And she does so.
Mhm. If that's the last thing that she will say, I will say one last remark.
Go ahead.
So, now I suppose we both have circumstantial effects on each other. And we'll see how the time this time plays out. Good night, Faye.
She begins to walk up the stairs, and she stops a few steps up. And she turns and looks at you. And for a moment, you see in her right eye is a clock.
Oh no! Somebody's fucking claw. Oh, who's died? Oh, there goes Zeph.
Zeph, no!
No, no.
In a moment, you see him disappear from
And
all
he-
of time.
Gets Thanos snapped out
He
of
was
existence.
never here to begin with.
I'm so sorry about that. I accidentally
You're
clicked on
fine.
a different channel.
Just tell me you hate me.
That's
Lamau.
hilarious. Holy shit.
I see, like, only in one of her eyes.
In her right eye as she turns and looks at you,
Hmm.
and she says, "Time can be fluid. When the sands of the hourglass, and the hands on the clock, reach their designated moment, that is when everything will happen."
Is this a very nonchalant clue of yours? I'll kind of give her a slight smug smile.
Tick tock, Avarif. Tick tock.
His
She
smile
blinks.
fades immediately.
She blinks a few times, and the clock disappears. Ah. Something in my eye? Did it get dust? Ow.
Yeah,
Uh,
probably something like that. Again, but hey, we had a long day. Just
Oh,
get some good
man.
rest, all right?
yeah, you too. And she begins to walk up the stairs.
As soon as she opened her eyes, his smile went back. But as soon as she goes and disappears, his smile immediately fades away.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. With having a connection to Kin, would I know if he is in his domain, or is that not a part of whatever we have?
It's not directly a part of it, but I mean, it's not like he's impossible to find if you want to find him.
I mean, he wasn't there last time, right?
No, he wasn't there last time when you were looking for him, but that doesn't mean he's not there now.
True, it has been a while. I will wait a little bit. Okay. When there was something, I remember there was something in this room that I always looked at and tried to roll to understand. Was it like a map or something?
Are you talking about the table?
I think it was the table. Did I ever
Yeah.
successfully do that? I don't remember.
I don't believe you ever got a full like glance at it, but there is the table there, yeah.
Can I look at that
It has-
fucking table again?
Yeah, make a perception check on the table.
Okay. Yeah, not bad.
It's
Yeah,
blue.
kind of looking over the table. You know, it has all those sculptures and figures like the one-to-one buildings, not like size, but like the look of it and the layout. It's like it feels very much like a city of some kind. And as you're looking it over, you feel a hand on the back of your, like on your back, like your shoulder.
I'm actually I'm gonna snap and grab that hand.
Yeah, you do. It's Kin.
Ah, you know, I know there's only a select amount of people who can be in here, but oh, jeez.
Interested in architecture, Avraf?
Well, never know what there is to learn all around us.
This is actually modeled after my home, you know.
I wouldn't have known. Doesn't look like anything familiar on the continent.
Nothing you're familiar with.
I see. Before times?
No.
Hmm.
No. It's actually current. It's up to date. I recently visited.
Oh.
You see this
You-
one over here, and he walks over and he points at a building. I actually had to remodel this one.
Your home was under attack?
This one was not my home. And no, it was not under attack. The old couple that owned the shop there recently passed, and they demolished the building in favor of this multi-story sort of shopping center of some kind.
Gotcha. This doesn't look like anything of the continent map that we've seen, correct?
I mean, you've only ever been to Zested and Zested cities.
Okay.
Like, you've
So
never
this is
been
a city
to
of
something.
somewhere. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, with knowing you, I'm a little bit surprised you just have it laying out here.
Well, the only people allowed in here are those that I can trust. He smiles.
Speaking of that, when was the last time you talked to Faye?
This morning,
She seemed fine to you?
she seemed very distracted.
Hmm. You wouldn't have happened to know of any upcoming, well, changes?
There are a lot of changes happening, Avaref. You're going to need to be a bit more specific.
From knowing what Faye has told me in the past, would I know that I should not divulge information about stuff she tells me about time?
You have no idea.
Shit.
You ain't even got a roll for that.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, it seems to be man, I don't even know how to. When's the last time you saw a clock inside Faye's eye?
There's only one time that I saw a clock in somebody's eye, and that has been Dane. He's saying that you've been seeing clocks in Faye's eyes.
Saying if there was a potential of an eye taken over by a clock similar to Dane's was in someone else's eye.
Then it would make sense, because they are both Persona users of Gods of Time. Things change all the time. And if I was concerned or overly concerned, I suppose I should look into it, but if it didn't seem worrisome to you?
Is he asking me if it seemed worrisome?
Yeah.
How honest can I be about knowing stuff I potentially shouldn't know? Like, how much can I say?
In terms of what, Avaref, you're going to need to be a bit more specific.
You've been around for a while. You understand, you know, if something world-altering was going to happen, and you possessed that knowledge, and you weren't supposed to have that knowledge, let's say, and you told other people about that knowledge, would bad things come to pass, you think?
If you're asking if that it would change the outcome, then yes, it would change the outcome. Can I say that it would change for the better or the worse? I don't know, because I do not control the flow of time. Some people say, you know, that you can't change the outcome. You can change the circumstance, but no matter how it is ordained, that is how it is supposed to be. So even if you went back in time and interfered, something would stop you from interfering. It could even be yourself.
He's gonna look up at him and just with like odd eyes and just, yeah, well, that's terrifying.
Indeed.
What?
Now, if whatever world-ending travesty that you've been informed of or told to
Potentially. He'll just kind of jut out.
potentially, and you were withholding it for quite a long time, I would ask. I would be interested. But ultimately, it is up to you to inform.
I. Yeah, okay. Cool. Well, if clocks in her eyes is a potential normal thing, why would we have to worry, I guess? He's kind of looking at Ken's face for any reaction.
He lightly smiles at you. Yes, nothing to worry about.
Because you guys both suck at reassuring. It's fine. It's fine. We will be fine. Probably. Maybe. How's, ascending going for you?
Kind of clocks his head in like the opposite direction. Ascension. Believe that is the ultimate goal for me per se. More. There's an interesting way of putting it, Everett.
Well, it, you know,
Does it sort of feel that way?
isn't that what you are doing at the end of the day?
Not particularly, I suppose.
Oh,
If I was
Well-
trying to ascend some sort of godhood, I for sure would not be going about it in this way.
question you, Dashing. Didn't he say he was trying? No, we had to infer that he was trying to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he didn't say it directly. Fascinating. That's a good point. I suppose with the upcoming bouts of power against those that are higher than us, I would have assumed that you were gathering more power for yourself.
That would require more followers. Ever.
Yes.
Many, many followers. Many believers. Yes, it is imperative that you all believe in me, but not for the sake of ascension. It is for the sake that we find what we are looking for at the end of this arduous path that we have taken.
So you wouldn't want people to start believing in you in mass, if that was potential? Just kind of squinted eyes.
I'm not some kind of cult leader.
Well, no, you'd rather be a cult leader, but if, we go around spewing the name of not you, then,
There are others far worthy. More than I.
are they on our side?
Not all of them.
Is that also a goal? You know what? Maybe we should have you in the goal meeting. I think that would be good.
Goal meeting. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind for the next time that you have a goal meeting. So,
Oh.
if there's nothing else that you have for me tonight, I'll be on my way.
Yeah. He'll kind of step out a few steps and he'll stop again and turn around and not turn around, but like turn his head.
Mm-hmm.
Would you kill Faye if it meant saving the world?
Thanks for a second. I think I would rather destroy the world.
Yeah. I feel you there. And he'll take his leave.
Mm-hmm. All right. And so you do. You all drift off to sleep for the rest of the night. And that is where we're going to end game today, with Saturday coming to a close.
Wow, we're back and we're gone. Yippee!
Yippee!